has relatively small size, so nothing substantial whatsoever. Looking for that move back up into the 20s. We'll post up there. We'll post our stops. But guys, it is now 2 o'clock. Time flies when you're having fun, Obi. As always. Any plans? Hey, keep going, says Katina, man. Do you have any plans for this evening?
Maybe. I don't know. I definitely maybe want to go out, but I gotta see what the friends are doing.
Definitely, maybe you want to go out.
Definitely, maybe want to go out.
All right.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay. It depends on if we can catch the game anywhere, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, go sports.
Go
Jays,
sports.
For
go
sure.
Jays, go.
Game
Thank
6.
you guys very much. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Don't eat too much candy. And
save some for me.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was getting at. I was hoping that I'd get some maybe. But anyways, at the end of the day, guys, I hope everyone has a fantastic session. And still a couple hours left.
There's some chocolate in here.
Yeah, I got some chocolate. I've been.
We'll dabble in that first, man. We gotta eat. We gotta eat our lunch first, Katina, man. We gotta make sure. So I mean, there's gonna be plenty of that candy stuff going around. Gym after the close today, so we'll make sure we get that because we are going to indulge in some sweets. Now, time to head it over to those guys.
To the big boys. Easy.
Who are those guys? Us?
They mean us.
Oh, shoot. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't even know.
Hey, your Blue Jays at Wrigley Field. How about that? The Ivy in Wrigley Field.
You know what? Toronto fans like Chicago, too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I had to switch it up, man.
You're getting into game mode.
No, it was also really
6
cold
hours.
when I was wearing that, like...
But now the door's shut.
I know, now that they shut the door, it was freezing cold. And now all of a sudden, we have limited time. Oh, okay, we're fixing my mic. Sometimes my mic stinks. It's not the mic's fault. It's just, it's having the Fridays. No, we have 6 hours to go. We got 2 hours on the market. Market has finally found a bottom, I think. Hopefully, anyways, like maybe.
Yeah, it was a big.
Hopefully, maybe. No, it was. Look, man, a day where Apple went green to red on obviously like a good earnings. We saw what happened with Amazon as well, like rocket ship. Amazon held. Look, the gap on Amazon was gigantic, so it held on to gains. I think at the worst, Amazon was maybe, what was it, like 10% up, having pulled it back into 245. But still, it was very much like we had with Alphabet yesterday. Like you think it's all well and good, and it was just profit taking, and only now catching a little bit of a biz. So, you know what? You got to try to see if we can build it back. I have no idea whether we can get. I don't think we're going to get a V shape. Forget about it. I'm not even I was going to be like, I don't know if we can get that kind of like a late day bounce. Like maybe we could get to like a VWAP or something.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping with Palantir. We were catching this bottom, and we did pretty good here in the midday, catching it. So we got back. It was around 1 o'clock, where Palantir made the same bottom that we had already made. The first time it broke, we did the same thing again. Like it broke, and we had to get back in. But Palantir, I'm with you. Not even really waiting for that VWAP to come through. So we'll just wait to see if it hits in and around that $200 again, and that would be a really, really great opportunity. There it is. We got a super chat from Chris L. Can we put it on the?
I have the shoot.
We put it on the board. Andre,
I got it.
There you go. We got it.
Oh, you got it. Thank you, Chris L. I appreciate you.
Big L.
I will say this. Thankfully, the tickets didn't come with a second mortgage because we're season ticket holders, my wife and I. So for 9 years, we've been waiting for this moment. So we get our tickets at cost, which is not necessarily cheap, but it's not what you see online.
No.
I mean, if I wasn't a super fan, I'd be smart and I would just sell them and make a mortgage payment. But no, we're going to the game because I'm going to the game. My wife's staying home. But I appreciate it. That's actually, that's Canadian. That's U.S. dollars. Canadian. Super chat's coming.
U.S.
Was it U.S.?
Yeah, so that's 50 U.S. Well, it says it on it, does it? Let me see.
It doesn't.
Yeah, so it's U.S.
That means it's U.S. then. Yeah, so that's like 5 beers.
Yeah, that's when I was there. You know what I found there last week when I was at the Dome? There's $7 beers, the cans, a Bud.
Yeah,
No, not the little ones, like the normal cans of Bud.
What? They never send the guys around with those.
No. You have to go to the Bud. Is that better, Andre? You have to go to the Bud,
Because the beer guys don't come with anything at $7.
No.
No, that's like 13.
It's, so I noticed that. So I was double fisting.
But is that only at the Budweiser thing? So you have to go
it was a Budweiser stand. So I don't know if they exist on the 100 level, because I was on the 200 level.
Okay, that's good to know. Look, man, I go to so many games, and I didn't even know there's a place you can get $7 beers inside the stadium.
Yes, man, it was $6.59 for a can of Bud, honestly. Because I asked for Canadian, and they're like, oh, we're a Budweiser stadium. or whatever. There's
Which,
a big Budweiser in the outfield there.
I mean, don't even get
we got to
we got to
pay Vladdy. All right. Yeah, so Palantir, nice move up there. We're just starting to cash out a little bit. We will go through some of the rundown with you guys very, very shortly and talk about the names that you want us to cover. So that should be a lot of fun as we go here. I took a shot on Marvell, which paid out. I mean, it was fine until it wasn't, and it broke the bottom, and I got out before it got too low. But Marvell, wow, Marvell was up 10%, and we were happy, joy, and then it just made the move down into the close right here for MRVL. So we'll have to wait to see if that one can get going again. Hopefully it can. They're back up to the upside for MRVL. We'll see if we can get some of that. SoFi's made lows as well. That was a name that I got stopped out on. But we did fine on SoFi because we were long there. But then I gave it about 30 cents worth of room, 25 cents or so, and that was probably too much. As SoFi goes all the way back down and makes a new bottom at 28.50, potentially buying the dip now. Third straight down day for SoFi. Interesting to say that because I do like SoFi here. Wow. Yeah, FI, Fiserv.
But it's flat. It's down 0.4%.
That's more money coming off.
Not much of a down day.
It just keeps on falling off of me here. It is a money tree, you know. It's the fall season. You know, money comes down. You know, our leaves come down.
Yeah.
But Fiserv, yeah, the other day there, Fiserv.
Oh,
yeah, had a bad.
Getting moked again.
No, it's down only 1.5%. But again, you know, really, really bad guidance there. And I don't. There's someone in the chat saying, "Is it okay for the long term?" You know what? I'd have to look into it. When stocks go down like this, like that's basically 50%. Like it was 130, 120 down to 60. You got to look into that a little bit.
But like, here's my
thing. Not like a little Oracle dump. This.
But like, why would you want to own them instead of like you just own Block? Isn't that the same? Like it's the same space, and it didn't just get moked. Like I don't know. Like everyone wants to get the bottom. Like if you can get a competitor or someone in the same space, maybe with a little bit less risk. Again, it's always fun to pick bottoms. I would prefer.
Well, I think people saw like how much UNH has gone up from the bottom.
True.
People see,
when
you get bad reports.
It hasn't even really technically found a bottom yet. I don't think. Like maybe. I would say on Monday you could have like today would be a double bottom, and then on Monday if it's higher, then you've got that confirmation because then you could really you could buy like 70s if it breaks that out,
yeah,
give
John
it to 65,
Rood.
like whatever. I'm gonna kick myself for this is a second stock that I reversed long in. Like it's hilarious because like this is not see those last green ones? Yeah. This is me reversing into the long, which is going to break the low of the day. And it did the same thing on Intel.
Well, that's another stock that's been getting.
I was short VWAP on Intel, short VWAP on CMT, reversed both of them, lost on the long in Intel, and the market's coming back. But Chipotle reverse long. My stop's at the low of the day.
The other stock that I have as an example would be Oracle. I mean, Oracle is another one of those names that got absolutely crushed. There's the gap fill. It filled the whole gap. You know, I don't know what I was doing on that day when I was able to sell at 319, but that was all the way back in right now. And, you know, thinking about maybe buying some more here because you got some kind of support, right? On that FI, you're going to have to go back like quite a minute here to find out, you know, where there's going to be some local support on this one. When we're ready, we can go over to the desk. Just let me know there, Andre. But actually, you know what? On the monthly, there's the 200 period. I mean, it finally came back to life, you know, right there. Remember, look how dramatic this has been in the last 8 months, you know. Just an absolutely monster move to the downside for FI here. And finally finding maybe. I mean, I can't blame anybody for trying that.
On the monthly, that's not terrible. Maybe on Monday or Tuesday. Monday is your third day. I don't know.
Sometimes if you zoom out.
I just still feel like allow a bottom to confirm on like it closes and holds the bottom and then closes one day above that bottom. And then you have something to work with and where you're like have a firm out. But you know what? As much as it seems like this is a bad day, I look at that board in front of us. The Dow is barely down and everything else is holding.
Nasdaq still up 0.4.
Nasdaq's up. I mean,
Trump talking about Nigeria right now.
Is he? How come I'm not hearing anything in my ear all day?
I don't know. All right, let's go. We're ready.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Now, I was going to think about buying some Circle too. All right, let's go. Someone asked me that the other day. I'm not really. We'll talk about Circle in a minute. Let's go over to the desk and see what names you guys want us to look at.
I think you should buy some Circle, Katina, man. That's just me. But anyways, guys, welcome to the afternoon rundown, the segment where you guys get to pick the stocks that we talk about. Let's top this list off with AMTD. Digital shares are trading higher after the company reported over 1,000% year-over-year increase in revenue, up substantially on today. From the open to the highs, we're up 206%. What do you guys think about HKD, or AMTD, sorry?
HKD. HKD, you mean? AMTD.
I don't know what AMTD is. That a stock or is that just what HKD is called?
Yeah, it's what HKD is. That threw, you know how much that threw me off?
AMTD is this stock here, up 32% right now. Okay, well.
Yeah, but HKD is AMTD Digital.
It is?
Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about HKD.
What? HKD.
You're throwing me off because when you're a trader, you deal in
AMTD.
We deal in tickers.
Why is this one up 35%?
If you want to call MSFT Microsoft, that's fine because I know we all know that company. But I got AMT Digital. Raise your hand if you know what these guys do. Oh, come on. You looking it up right now? I could ask ChatGPT.
I have no idea.
No, I don't.
I don't know. I was on the wrong stock.
Look, I don't know them. That being said, we do remember when it went to 25 hundo, and we do remember that it was a squeeze stock only. And the other thing about this 1,100% or whatever revenue growth is that was to 73 million. So regardless of what the market cap is, because to even be listed, it means that revenue is kind of insignificant. This is just a pure squeeze play. And I did say, I was saying earlier, look, I was going to pay for low case to short the stock. However, I wanted to be sure, like I wasn't going to try and make the top. I had no intentions of looking for the high of the day on the stock. However, when it confirmed a double top, like someone else probably shorted it above 5, like some whale or something, and then it broke this trend, I'm like, I'll enter here. Play it to VWAP. I then tried to short it under VWAP, which didn't work. I guess I should have waited for the volume weighted average price, but I still like this one. I think it's on the back end today. So if it gets to VWAP and the volume's not going crazy, it's still declining volume. So you can see there, still kind of declining volume. It'd be cool if you could draw like trend lines on my volume part, but I don't think that works. Can you do it? Oh my goodness, you can. So like you can see it's like declining volume. I didn't know you could do that. Declining volume. And as long as that's true, even if it pumps into VWAP, I'd probably take that short into the volume weighted average price this afternoon. I'm not going to guarantee that I short it just because I have locates again. I think maybe the move could be done here. And the other side of that coin is like it's given a lot of the move back up, and I can't really find an obvious place that I think this could be a dip buy outside of on the daily where it is. So if it loses here, I think you have a ways to go, at least maybe 250. So anyone looking to hold on to this that got it early, I think you're at a pretty key point now if you lose it. And I'm favoring the shorts under VWAP on HKD. It just has a history of not following through. So like how many of these candles last more than a day? You have to go all the way back to October of last year until you have one of these runs that actually held up more than just the first day.
And I think this one, AMTD here, is a subsidiary of HKD.
That makes sense.
And they up 35% here right now and trying just to tick over this $1.40 area. So I would just watch out for that play coming back in through $1.40. Okay, so that would be something to look at there with AMTD. All right, more down our path is Tesla. We're supposed to be a hedge fund. So let's go back over and see what's going on with Tesla.
All right, guys, a lot going on with Tesla headlines today. Elon saying that he might release a flying car this year. I mean, Elon Musk is always definitely an optimist with his release dates. So when he says this year, he means 2029, really, at the end of the day. But no, who's kidding who, guys? Tesla prototype also spotted with a steering wheel and some pedals. Now, we talk about the robo-taxi quite often. Is this going to be a popular model? Maybe, possibly. This is the final out of the big ones who have yet to put in a new all-time high. Still down 7.6%. Does Tesla break it soon? And how much above it does it go, guys?
Let's just make up a number.
Stop asking us these tough questions. Sharif never asks us these tough questions. Sharif just throws it over to us. He doesn't ask follow-up questions.
542.
There we go.
69.
Neil's got this.
That's
542.69.
Why? Because that just
very meme-ish of you.
It sounds like a price that Elon might sell at.
Right. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, probably
like
right.
if I was Elon Musk, I would probably sell at levels like that. Just because who cares? What difference does it make?
Yep.
You're taking profit anyway. So, but no, obviously joking.
I like the flying car idea.
I do like the flying car idea. I just feel like,
Wow, nice.
I know that they're doing a lot, but like I believe there's more upside, pun not intended, in Optimus and Robotaxi than the flying car. So, you know, it's not like I'm not excited for that. I think it's a really cool concept. I feel like these flying vehicles, at least early on, are going to have far more military applications, maybe, and like not transport, but like deliveries, like that kind of a thing, more so than the average person. So I think that's where it's going to lie, and maybe that's something that they can pull off, right? So who knows? I just feel like, talk to me about Robotaxi, talk to me about Optimus, Elon. I'm
going to go.
But this is a great V shape on Tesla. If it closes above, it's above 450 again, and above the volume weighted average price. It's much stronger than the overall market. This afternoon, it feels like this one could be a long. It's only breaking now, so I'm not going to get into it just yet. I'd probably wait for it to hold VWAP at least. But it looks pretty strong. I don't know about this news, to be honest with you. I don't care too much about that for driving the stock price in the long term.
We're in a new position right now. We got an on Tesla. All right. Yeah, so I'm just long Tesla here because I think there's a good opportunity. Hold on a second. I just got to make sure that we have our stop in. You know, break above 450, break above VWAP right now, break above the 200 period moving average, have these lines starting to get turned up. Nice little beautiful bottom made there down at 443. Nice move higher. Try to take this out for 452. If we take out 452 and the market continues to rally, man, let's see if Tesla has enough juice in it to get going here. So we're flat right now. We're long at 451.50. I'm going to get out if it breaks 450. So let's just see how long we can hold this for here into the close. Feeling pretty good about it. Let's just give it a second, right? I mean, we got to give it a little bit of breath to get going here. So I'm going to say I like this Tesla trade, and let's just see if it continues to work out, breaking back above the VWAP. We'll average in if it gets there. And just small trade. See if there's some love here at the end of the day for the NASDAQ and Tesla staying above 450. I don't want to scalp out of this real quick. Like, this could drop 50 cents in a second. It could go up 50 cents in a second as well. So let's give it a little bit of work here, Tesla, and see if it continues to, you know, give us some opportunities to potentially have a nice little winner here into the close. First area, try to get out, like that little top right there is 53.50. So maybe we can get there today on TSLA. But I'm going to give it a little bit of a go. Up 2.6%. NASDAQ is flat-ish today. So are the ES, right? 0.4 versus 0.2. 0.4 is fine, but the way the NASDAQ's come back in, it's not great. I like the flying car stuff. I think it's pie in the sky. I mean, you're never going to get approval to be flying, you know, craft around, you know, major cities or anything like that. Like, you know, you may be able to do something with drones and things like that over farmland or whatever. But I don't see this flying drone or this flying car stuff as being a thing, let alone next year. Maybe he's developing it. That's one thing.
Well, if you
but actually getting it into production.
That's what I'm saying, because even if you look how long it's taken just to get deliveries done, like Errol, look, I wouldn't rule out something that they could build, Tesla, and the next thing you know, you get like a military application, and then they're able to start from there. Surprised by this one. I'm surprised by this one.
We have eVTOLs. We have lots of stuff. There's a lot of opportunity for these things.
Who is it that's
it's not?
What was the Chinese company that's
Ehang?
Already Ehang. There was another one. Hey,
by the way, Tesla right now we're 60 cents in the money. We just put it on. So I'm actually have an offer here at 40s. There it is. We just got it. So there it goes, man. 60 cents right there on Tesla. We got out of 10%. So not bad. All right, let's go over and see. Actually, 20%. On that trade. All right, hopefully we have some more to go here on TSLA. I just noticed right here we are at the 50-period moving average. So we got to watch out for that. Maybe we can get above it and continue to hold. That's Tesla. All right, Joe, any more questions for us on Meta or anything?
We got a bunch, brother, and it's going to be regarding options this time, so get prepared, all right? Oh, yeah. There we are. No, guys, in all seriousness, Meta, 18 and a third % off of those previous all-time highs, selling off a couple days ago after that earnings report, one-time tax hit, no issues. But let's get into some of the options activity, all right? So what has been found is that 31% of traders were bullish, while 49% of them showed bearish tendencies. Now, out of all the trades we spotted at 51, were puts with a value of around $6,964,000, and 81 of those were calls valued at $7,841,000. Now, is that going to give you bullish or bearish sentiment? That's the question for you guys.
I just have one thing right here. Joe brought us Tesla 3 minutes ago. This is now $1.50 in the money right now for Tesla. Like, I look back and I wish we had more shares, but there's the bid, there's the rip, and here we go, Tesla, here we go. So hopefully the Blue Jays can have a start like this one here tonight. But there it goes, Tesla, another dollar right there. Palantir trying to go upside as well. Palantir, I'm going to take another piece out right now on PLTR, and then that's that. So I've been focusing on these trades right now. Now we're $2 in the money on Palantir and $1.70 now in the money on this Tesla trade. So we're already at 1-to-1 just this quick. So let's take a little bit more out here on Tesla. And then I apologize, I didn't really hear too much of what he was saying about Meta there.
Just to answer John in the chat, there is here. She has a cool costume as well.
Yeah, there's been here for a minute.
She's been here all day. Maybe I don't know if you were watching the midday, but certainly she was around the whole time. So she'll be here.
She's getting lunch. That's what she does.
Yeah, she's grabbing lunch. Then when we're done the rundown, she'll be back. She has a cool costume. No, it was bearish or bullish sentiment on Meta, which is an interesting question when the chart looks like this. To be honest, my opinion of bullish, it doesn't matter what I think. It's not bullish, it's bearish, period. Right now, the sentiment on Meta is bearish. I thought it was a good report. I still think they had a good quarter. It doesn't matter. It's getting sold off. It is pennies from breaking $650. The low technically is actually $649.68. So it broke 50 by like a little, maybe it didn't. Sometimes our charts have bad wicks. Actually, I don't think this broke 650.
Probably not.
You know what? I don't think it did.
Here, I'll go over to eSignal.
No, it did. No, it didn't.
The low on eSignal today is right here. This is the low, 650.50.
No, my level 2 says 49 something. But so 650 is the current low.
Yeah.
Yesterday, it did test the same price. Maybe you get like some kind of a wick bottom for a turn, but this would be the place. I think at one point, Joe said, Neil's not going to get it. I tried the bottom tail wick and lost on it for one trade, and I made the bottom wick. This is sort of how it is. Like, this was the one. Like, yesterday we caught it, and it didn't run my stop. This time before going, it did run the stop. But until it breaks this trend, I even heard Joe say this in the midday, until it breaks the trend, I bet you Neil wouldn't take it, and I won't. So it'll have to do a bottoming tail like this, where I'm not in it, and then I would get in here off of 650, or it breaks this trend line. So I need a very specific entry point, because that gives me an entry, it gives me an exit. Without that, this is catching a falling knife. You're still giving it a couple. I mean, this is this is like day 2 after earnings. So maybe we hold this 650 on the third day, and then you go in there and buy Meta. Until then, you just have to suck it up and understand that sometimes people take profit and find a way to nitpick, but there's nothing wrong with the company, in my opinion.
I'm getting more out here on Tesla because it just came back through 453, so I just got another piece out at 453. I'm out of 50% of this trade, okay? So those of you that are interested in that, I'm out of 50% of this trade. It's now $1.30 in the money, so that was another one. Okay, thank you, DJ, for that. All right, so let's go over now. Palantir, by the way, Mr. Khalid, is another one. Right. Thank you for that again. All right, so now let's go over to Meta quickly here and just figure out what we're talking about. Yeah, I would say short. I mean, I don't think that there's any reason right now, just like how Tesla's up 2.5%, Meta is down 2.5% against the strong market. This name gotten crushed yesterday, crushed today. Downside plays here for Meta continue. It's just, they don't like to spend. I don't think Zuckerberg, for some reason, and I don't know why, I mean, he's earned my trust, but he hasn't earned the trust of the market yet. Like they still remember, not this is tariff, but they still remember, the amount of money that they spent in the metaverse and all that kind of stuff, and really haven't gotten anything from it. I feel like the glasses are going to be a complete disaster, but I mean, that could be wrong. That's just a take, but I don't know. I'm not super excited about Meta. I'll leave it at that right now. And I'm a shareholder, like a pretty good one too. So it's not like I'm hating on the stock. I don't think this move is done yet. And I said this before, that the area where I think we're going to probably float into is around here, actually 600. Between 6 to 620, I think is a good area here for Meta to start to buy some. Let's get it knocked down. I mean, that would be quite a bit, right? That's 800 top down to 600. So that's 25% pull. I think that's reasonable. We've seen this market drop 25% numerous times, and like including here, it was more than that. So that's 40% down on Meta. I think 25% gets us into 6 bills where we can start to scoop. And if it gets into there, we'll scoop some up. But that's why we sell. That's why we sell things when we feel that there's a high's been made. And I feel like on Meta right there, I wish, like Joe said, that it was the only one, Tesla was one of the only ones that hadn't sort of got back to its glory days. I mean, you can add Meta, I guess, to that as well, because we still have a ways to go until we get back to 780 at this point. But there's a big size here at 650, by the way. So some decent size there at 650. We'll see if this level holds. But when it doesn't, it's gone. Wow, instantly down $1. Instantly down $1.50.
Bearish.
There
bearish,
on
bearish.
Meta. Did you see that?
I have it up. It's like
I should have cracked that,
was
right when it was there. I knew that we knew that was going to break. Ugh. All right, well look at it. It's coming right back upside right now on META. All right, man. You dance with fire. Sometimes you get burned, and right now Meta is a flaming pit.
Love the stock, hate the price action.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good way of saying it. Okay, let's go over.
I heard someone else say that once.
Let's go over to Mr. Wilson.
Oh, Joe.
All right, guys, OpenDoor is up next. On today's session, you did get an opening drive, relatively strong, and some continuation up to $8. As for headlines, it's old news there. Dara brought us some of this there yesterday. But OpenDoor now trading at 7 3/4, guys. What do you think about it?
This technically, it should be in play for me. It's Friday into a weak market, so I do like to look at small caps in that vein most times, and it's at VWAP, so I mean, I guess that usually qualifies.
Wow, Meta.
The volume's just not doing much. Man, Meta's a problem right now.
Meta's a problem, boy.
Oh, here's what. If it can start breaking out over VWAP and increasing volumes, then for a trade, it becomes a little bit more on the radar for me. The other thing I like about it, now this is differing from like the day trade. This is the second time it's kind of bounced pretty cleanly off the 50-period moving average here on the daily.
Tesla.
So pretty good look here on open. I think a close above, this is like 750, so it's going to very, very likely close above the 50-period again, and is trying to break this out. So look, I like what I'm seeing with OpenDoor. I think it's entering like a swing up, breaking next week above $8. Do I think that happens today? Seems unlikely. Look at it, reject 8. So for a little bit of an afternoon trade, if it can break this trend, pick up some volume, I'd probably jump into it and see if it gets to 8. But I think there's possibly bigger things going for OpenDoor next week. If it can get a few closes above $8, then I think you could ramp. Do I think that happens in the afternoon? I don't think so.
I just put this question up.
Jason, Tom, Jack.
Yep, I just put it up.
Neil and Sean have been watching for a month.
Thank you.
And love what you guys are doing. Do you guys strictly trade shares or contracts when day trading or mix of both? So real trading doesn't actually have contracts, futures.
Options.
Or options, sorry. And when trading futures, like we do have, like you can trade the actual like ES futures contract.
We have derivatives.
We also have, I think we have oil futures.
Yep.
There's gold. I don't know I'd have to look
Forex.
up. Forex. I don't know the entire list.
But it's not CFDs. So Neil and I will be trading actual equity.
Actual equity.
So when you're seeing me in Tesla, like right here, this is
always a stock.
We have direct connection to all of these exchanges, directly connected to NASDAQ, directly connected to IEX, EdgeX here. And if you're going over to NYSE stock, you're gonna see NYSE exchange on here as well. That's the NYB, the New York book, which is not at the level 1 here, but there it is right there, NYB. So these are all actual share prices. So if you're looking at whatever, IBKR or whatever you're trading off of, this is the current level 1 up here, and this is all level 2 and whatnot to the downside. As we can see, many different levels of stock here and different books that we subscribe to. It's entitlement-based system here at Real Trading. So if you are interested in getting, the NASDAQ book feed, which is all 10 levels, then yeah, you have to pay for that. But just 1 second here, Andre, and we'll get that going. But yeah, thanks again for that question. Oh man, my computer's taking a minute, but here it is, man. Over 4 million concussions are reported every year in the United States. And of course, as we keep saying, there is no FDA-approved treatment. While NYSE listed Oragenics, we want to thank them for being on the show many times, is changing that with first in-class intranasal drug designed for rapid brain access. There are over $8.9 billion is the projected market here for the concussion treatments. And Oragenics has this unique position in the market. So if you do know someone that has suffered either from concussions or any sort of head trauma, please click on that QR code on your screen right there. It's obviously it's very important for everybody to get knowledge about that. So if you know anybody, go see Ogen and you know, give them some a call, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
exactly.
Schedule an appointment with Oragenics. Okay.
Cheering for sure.
Meta. All right, let's go talk now about. You already did OpenDoor?
Yeah, I talked to OpenDoor.
Yeah, okay. Let's go talk a little bit about SoFi.
All right, guys. Now, if you're curious what the next question is going to be, it's coming right up. So don't get too excited, all right? All right, no. In all seriousness, guys, SoFi not trading too bad today. You can see that we're down a little bit, so I'm going to eat those words quick, but only 3% or so. If we take a look at it from a daily perspective, SoFi has been on an absolute monster run with the likes of Robinhood itself. From those April lows, you're up a substantial amount. We're talking 200%, just like that, guys. But let's take a look at some of the options activity. So the overall sentiment of these big money traders is split between 53% bullish and 36% bearish. Out of the special options we uncovered, 2 are puts for a total amounting of 172,000, and 28 are calls for a total amount of $1.7 million. Which way are you guys leaning on SoFi?
Long. I mean, I had the long written on the sticky notes.
Look, I'm gonna like the long, but I just gotta. I'm going back to where it's bounced before. I think I'm waiting for like 27.5, or at least something under 28, right? Like it's been doing this, like pull back, make a high. Not ever since it slowed down back in July. It's been having some pretty, increasingly large pullbacks on the way to the upside. So it's like it pulls back a little further, a little further, a little further. And maybe we're just getting another one to the 50 period here. So I think we give it a little bit. If it gets back down to that support next week, I think that's a good place to throw the buy in. I still believe, and you're gonna. I still have that Lulu month chart up. I still think, ultimately, barring something insane, this is the last day of the month, right? So you are closing on this monthly chart above the prior monthly high. All systems go. Like that's actually, this is 28. Like 20 or something like that. So as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of an all systems go above that level. For today, it didn't really challenge it too much. I think if it's barring some kind of minor miracle or it'd be a bad one, we're gonna close above that. And that kind of sets up another leg up on the monthly chart. So next week, I do think it's a dip buy in front of that 50 period moving average because on multiple time frames, I think it's a buy. Today, it just happens to be trending down, that's all.
Told you that we were excited for lunch, so we actually posted this up today. I think it was actually pretty good. That's our blackened chicken. It wasn't that blackened at all, but it was still pretty tasty, actually. And then there's the couscous and then the chef salad. So that's what was for lunch, visually speaking, there today. So we like that one for sure. That was a good one, nice healthy lunch there. And then there's some chocolates right now for Halloween out there right now. We wrote down today, this is a sticky note. I provide this every single morning. It's just with some trades that I'm looking at here. Tesla's back up to $1 now in the money. We probably going to take a little bit of that. But anyways, my day for SoFi was just like this. It fell right into our lap at 29. That's the level that we waited for. It came in, we took it, and it was great, man. All the way back up here into the 200 period moving average. We took about 40 cents on it. We held a very, very small piece. We were live on the show doing this. I think it was about 20%. So we got back another full position there and then lost it. Not a full position, but we lost it when it came back in. We weren't even here when that happened. We just left an order in and around 29 because we knew we liked that price. And then it faded out and we got stopped out right there. So I don't think SoFi... Like we're in the money off of our recent buys, right? I mean, that's for sure. But at the end of the day, losing 30 is not good. So I do not like the fact that we just lost 30 there on SoFi. So yeah, yuck on that. And again, I like the space. I mean, I like the XLF, like some of the banks. I know this is a new bank, so it's not going to, trade the same as the Morgans and the JPMs and all that of the world. But XLF is holding out fine. I think in this new rate environment, I mean, we're going to, you know what? Let me check. We are going to get that next cut in December. I mean, we're supposed to. Pretty undramatic when you get that Java guy there. So now it's 63%. Wow, that's not, It was 85% day of the Fed, and then it just kept on dripping. So now you're at about a 50-50. I feel like it's probably going to be 50-50. We only have apparently now, and again, I'm just pulling out all the stops now because here's Kalshi, and they have 45 days now. So that would be 2 more weeks.
That was at 40 yesterday, wasn't it?
Was that 41 or 42?
Oh, yeah, it was the lower, though. It was lower.
I wonder as we get over near the weekends, maybe it adds a couple days. I don't know. But 45 days right now. So it started on the 1st of October. And so the minute that gets settled, what I was going to say is maybe they'll start releasing more data, and then these numbers will shift. But for now, I think we're going to probably be around a 50-50 for the banks, for the rates. And, you see what JP Morgan did yesterday, was straight upside there. They like the Fed, the rate cut environment, obviously. You could see this with the last little while there off that cut. So back up almost into all-time highs again for JP Morgan. So I do think that SoFi eventually follows suit with all of that. And gets right back up to all-time highs. So this is a little bit of coming out party here for SoFi above 30, and it didn't like it, so now it's just kind of burrowing back in. I would say buy the 50-period moving average. Look how good this has been. You have to go all the way back. I mean, obviously in April when every stock pretty much broke it, but there it is, man. We absorbed it, so at least we have some recency points there to show us that the 50-period may be something there on SoFi. So, all right, Andre, hit us one time.
JP, what up, JP?
Ooh.
I'm going to sell 80% of my portfolio today. I have this money and think the market is close to top.
Hey, I think
I always have to ask this question if you can clarify, because for a lot of us here, like we'll have like a retirement account, like RSP here in Canada, and then we'll have like a TFSA,
IRA,
which would be like an IRA down there. So are you selling all of your investment account, or is this just like the swing IRA, TFSA for us here? Because that's something that every now and then I consider selling a bunch out of the TFSA, which I haven't gotten to that point yet. But I'm just curious. But
you could sit in cash and get 4 to 5%.
Yeah, exactly. You can
so
still get a good
I think that's what. So the reason why I hit the bang and the awesome part about it is because that's a definitive decision. Like I am selling 80% today. So you've done the math, you've looked at it, and you like to sell that. So again, without knowing all the positions, I would just say if you're going to go even into the SPY, which of course is the S&P 500, and you look at that and you say if you use this as a barometer of anything, you are well extended off of the 50-period moving average. The last time we were up this much against the S&P 500, we do have pullbacks. So there have been pullbacks when you've extended this far from the 50-period moving average, let alone how far we're extended from the 200 period. So I say, JP Brennan, you've got that horse sense because it is pulling back in a little bit, and I just think that it might be right. And nothing wrong with holding 20% for the ride. Get out, regroup, and let us know if you're talking like Neil said, and I'm saying like equities, or are you talking about your gold? Who knows, right?
Yeah. Well, the other thing I would say is look at how much selling is happening on these good reports. You gap up on Amazon, you gap up on Alphabet, and they sell it off at the open on good earnings, or Meta, they nitpick the spending, and then that gets sold off. And Microsoft has a good report, and it was down 3%, and Apple has a good report, and it gives up its gains as well right off the open. Are
there secrets?
It kind of gives you an idea what's happening. I don't know what these guys are doing. What's happening?
Okay. I don't know. I heard Ramin saying something. Whenever she's whispering things, I know there's something going on. So I got to make sure.
They got measuring tape.
Next thing you know, something's going to be happening to us, Neil.
Oh, back for the market for a second. Apple's gotten back to. I know I was literally just crapping on Apple for having a bad day today, but it's back to green. And it's trying to hold the volume-weighted average price. So I'm going to zoom in so you can see. It hasn't closed above VWAP yet, but if it does so, I'm going to look to enter if it can get through that, close above, and then break through one of these.
I just have to show Roland Joe.
Now I'm going to jump in. I'm going to go to Adara, but what's going on with ETH? Everyone is saying, whoa, that's volume into ETH. Decent move.
Yeah, Bitcoin's starting to go.
And IBIT's moving as well.
Yeah, Roland, we are a hedge fund. We're a hedge.
Yeah.
This is a hedge.
Yeah, what's going on here?
And these are funds. Hedge fund, right there. We just got out
by the way, my neighbor also guessed Money Tree.
Oh, did he? Okay, Money Tree is the right guess. I mean, it's a great guess. Money Tree, there's no doubt the right guess. I'm going to go get some water here. I'm getting a sore throat, which is never a good sign.
I think we're supposed to go to Adara.
We're out more on Tesla. Adara, what you got?
Yeah, I'm looking here for news on Ethereum, but I'm not seeing anything. I do have something on Boeing, though. The S&P, or I guess S&P ratings there, increasing their outlook on Boeing to stable from negative, citing increased production numbers. As we know, they've been trying to increase that production. They did reiterate their rating of BBB negative. So again, we have Boeing here with their outlook revised to stable from negative by the S&P, but BBB minus rating affirmed there at the same time. Back to you.
Seeing how, these aren't them ones that you could have got. What was the movie? It was Rush Hour 2, where they had that legit counterfeit. These aren't. What do you do? What are you gonna do with this, Ramin? Don't worry about it. Yeah. Okay, but it's Sean. You can take it if you want. Just saying. And neither one of these two dressed up. By the way, I did have a costume this morning. If you were just tuning in, but the Jays are in the World Series, and I had to rock my Jays gear. I'm going to the game tonight, so that's what it's all about. We'll see what's up. We'll see what's up. I don't know what's going on with ETH and Bitcoin right now, but that volume spike kind of immediately tapered off. Like, it's not going crazy anymore. So you had that first spike, got to VWAP. I don't mind joining. Like Apple, remember I was saying Apple, can it hold on to the volume weighted average price? Here, I'll zoom in. That answer was a no, so that's back underneath, and I don't really want to short it there. Kind of looking for like a bounce play. So I might take a shot here. That's one close over the volume weighted average price. Oh, now you've got the Roaring Kitty look back on. You're working. Everyone's working there, Fabian. No, Fabian won last year. His costume, like the Roaring Kitty, I think was the win. I have to give it up to Adair because I've seen Midsummer, and what's the best way to think? If you haven't seen that movie, it's probably not for everybody.
With Midsummer, honestly, the first time I tried to watch it, I was on a plane, which do not watch Midsummer on a plane. I got to a certain scene, and then I was like, I have to turn this off because if people are going to see this next to me, they're going to be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was a huge fan of this director's first movie, Hereditary. Midsummer's awesome too. Check it out. And yeah, you can find out more about this May Queen and this fun hat that I'm wearing.
No, suffice to say, that is not a movie I would want to watch on the plane. People to see what you're. By the way, Ramin stole one. Well, I gave it to me. I'm walking. I gave it to her. She came by and she wanted it, so I gave it.
It's falling off right here.
Yeah, because what did you use? It's just tape. Right?
Glue. Yeah, it's glue and tape. And, oh, by the way, it's now $2. Yo, Ramin, man.
Tax.
Those are real $100 bills over here.
Are they though?
Oh man.
Are they though?
There she goes.
Ramin! Whoa! Oh, see, now that's not cool.
That was U.S. too.
That's
141 Canadian, Ramin.
That was unnecessary.
Wow, trees had to die for that. And Ramin just is like, I don't care about the environment, you know? All right, so anyways, there goes Tesla right now, man. Your boy is on that one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. No, Warren. I mean, sure, we make great trades, but I mean, I'm already employed. But there we go, 453. We just got out at 454 was where I put the offer. I think, did we get that? Yeah, 453.45, sorry. I'm still at 453.90. So I'm still waiting for that top right there. Hey, look, man, when we entered this trade, this is the levels that we called. So there it is, man, boom, boom, pow, as Fergie says. We got to get that boom.
Fergie.
Got to get that boom.
Wasn't
boom,
she the
pow.
one with the, was it her?
Black Eyed Peas.
No, the really bad national anthem. Was that her?
Probably. I mean, first of all, who the hell is, what was his name, Russell Wainwright or something? Who's the guy that did the Canadian anthem?
I don't know.
In game, did you not hear it? The guy changed the words?
No,
Rufus? Oh, I know what it was. Who is Rufus Wainwright?
No, I don't know who it was.
The guy was like, I was like watching, I was like, is this guy okay?
I mean, don't nobody know
like
who that is.
He was changing the words. It sounded like he was, something was going on there. But anyways, shout out to
I mean,
Rufus
maybe, look, man, maybe he's
Wainwright.
enjoying himself, had a few.
Had a few. I mean,
ball
come
game. I'm just saying. Wouldn't be the first person to have done an anthem while under the influence of something, and then.
No, but the thing is, I don't think he was under the influence.
Well, I don't look again. Like, I don't know.
By the way, Palantir.
Apparently it was Fergie. It was Fergie. Fergie, was it the NBA? Was it NBA? She dogged it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the Boeing news, right? We already got
oh.
You know what I don't like about Boeing?
I was liking some Boeing, actually.
But. Here we go. Oh, whoops, I'm still on my eSignal chart. Shout out to eSignal.
Yeah, shout out eSignal.
What I don't like about Boeing is
shout out Palantir.
This recent breakdown at 210. That being said, it is at the 200 period moving average. it just got there and would only now close above it. So I know I've been saying I'm buying the dip in Boeing, but that's, again, it's still a next week thing. Like today is like the first real test. I don't mind buying it after a bounce, but like, again, Boeing, it's like channel down and breaking the bottom of the channel.
So I bought some Boeing.
Like this is the only thing, this is my only thing. Like it just broke the down channel. So I'll probably buy it next week if it can hold a 200 period moving average. I just heard QuantumScape something. QS.
See, now I'm not
solid stable batteries are a thing, and QS is up 7. What?
Andre,
Right.
could you tell?
Now I got to check the story on this because all I heard was QuantumScape breaks the high of the day. So what? Anything specific with QS today? I'm not seeing anything.
I think they reported.
They got an upgrade yesterday, I believe. Yeah, I don't see anything particular on QS that's standing out. No, it was they raised. They got a price target raise yesterday. That doesn't explain 17% today, but the short float usually does explain the moves here. This is breaking a 52-week high at 19 bucks. Good for you, QS. Yeah, there's got to still be a story. If we're missing a story there, you just let us know.
I just took out multiples right now because right now, again, we sit down here and sometimes I get people emailing or people ask like, is this for real? You know, like, are these trades? I think we got a question about like, what are we trading here? Like, I just want to tell you, like, we literally had this Tesla against us. You know, like we put this Tesla on right there, put on shares. I told you it wasn't a huge position, but obviously enough to ring some registers as we get to the upside. So, and then it's like people always question because I have so many outs, and that's just how I do it. Like we get paid. Like if I had to pay $4, $5 a trade or something like that, then obviously this kind of a style of trading would not work. But we actually get paid for adding and removing liquidity. So every time I'm sitting there offering, I do, and I need to get better at just saying, you know what, we're long here at 452. I believe this is where it's going, and then maybe I just put my offer there, and I probably would wind up making a boatload more money than we do right now. But at the end of the day, a profitable trade is a profitable trade, no matter how you or I or anybody manages it. Just everybody, figure out what your plan of action is and go for it, right? There's so many opportunities in this market that there's room for every style of trade, right? So I just realized I was sort of tripping on my own mic here as it was still in my pocket. Yeah, so that's what that's doing right there. I just asked the guy in the back what he thought I was. He also said money tree.
Money tree.
So yeah, so
it's
it's right. It's a money tree / hedge fund.
Well, I thought, look, man, I still think
it's a hedge.
I still think Dollar Tree is.
No, I already have some ideas for next year now because I like. The thing about it is
the stock themed.
Right. Like the reason why we went with this is because it was stock market themed, right?
I want to do that next year.
I'm going to stick on that. Like
I'm not going to do Eli Lilly.
We were the Bitcoin pimp last year. We've also been, I think, maybe even once or twice. We've been our hot dog guy a couple times as well. I have no idea where that guy is anymore on here. I'm losing it anyway.
At least 1 year we got to do a wrestling thing.
Where's my hot dog guy?
At least
we can do a wrestling. Maybe we could even do that next year. There it is. This one. I have a hot dog hut. Oh, now we're friends again. Oh, thanks, Ramin. Taped it up.
I said, yeah.
I had my whole wedding party come out as wrestlers when I got married. So, cool. All right, yeah, I would think that'd be awesome, and you could definitely be Stone Cold, my guy. I mean, that was that. Oh, you're Carlito. That's cool. You're cool. That's cool. We got to get you a lowrider then.
Definition.
You got to get a lowrider coming through for Carlito. Okay. Did I wear this to the gym? Yes, Hunter Harvey, I did. Yeah, it was a little awkward for me, but it was all right. All right, so let's go. Let's go over. I think we're supposed to go somewhere, but
I love Jake the Snake. By the way, Jake Roberts Snake in the chat. That was one of when I was like growing up, like as a kid. But back when the WWF had the cartoon, Jake the Snake and Junkyard were my two favorite.
Like Adam Sandler, my snake, man.
Snake.
Okay. I think.
Sorry, yeah,
Adair, something like that.
Keep an eye here on Ferrari. RACE announcing that they signed a multi-year partnership with a crypto exchange. Apparently, this crypto exchange, Bing X, is now a team partner with one of Ferrari's teams that'll start as of January 1st, 2026. No financial disclosures here. Not a lot of volume on Ferrari, but I want to mention this because RACE does report earnings next week, guys. So RACE with a crypto partnership, guys. Back to you.
What the? Ferrari is... That is
a daily chart?
This is a daily chart on Race. Yeah, I don't like that. This is a Lambo for shorts, maybe. Like, What the?
Lamborghini, I don't know. Lamborghini doesn't have a symbol.
Basically, like, look at this chart. Like, every single time it fails a high, just short the day at. Like, look at this. Fail the high, just short it. Fail the lower, like, or just short every single trend break on the daily chart of Ferrari. Like, whoa, what?
I'm gonna be, if we do the wrestling theme, I'm gonna be the Undertaker. Now I'm only gonna go short.
Taker is so
I'm
legit.
just going to on next Halloween. Maybe I'll be the Undertaker and only look for shorts and just bury them.
Yeah, but hold on.
Into the ground.
I understand that, but isn't the most famous Taker meme him rising from the dead?
Yes, and that could be.
So
and
to
then
me, if you're Taker, then you're buying the bottoms, right? Like because you're dead,
Right.
you're rising from the dead. Man.
Maybe I'll be Paul Bearer, you know, and bring the.
I don't know.
You know,
Paul
you
Bear
never know,
kind of
you never know
annoyed
what
me.
That's it. I'm
Mick Foley.
gonna deal with Joe very, very soon.
Yo, you better.
This guy could be Carlito Cool. I have to be. Maybe if you said Dude
You just
Love,
hit him with. You should.
maybe I could be Dude Love over here.
There's so
Carlito.
many great ideas. We got another super chat. Where did it come from?
Niels Booker T. Yeah.
Of course, I asked to be Booker.
Yeah, why'd you say that, Joe? Why'd you say that,
Why do
Joe?
I have to be Booker T, yo?
Yeah, Joe.
Huh?
Attention,
Yeah,
Brendan.
Joe. Why do I have to be Booker T? You explain that to me.
Yeah, Brendan.
Because I look like Booker. I look like Booker T. Man,
I didn't say
come
it.
Come on, son. I look like Booker T.
Yes, brother love. Okay, yeah, I would be. You know, I should be Undertaker. You could be Kane. Kane.
I loved Taker and Kane are legit. What's the super?
Mark Henry. Okay, I
When
love
he
Mark
does
Henry.
that, most of the stuff he did was like real. Like he was breaking
real
locks
strong.
and chains.
Yeah.
Like that was no fake chain. Like he wasn't an act, man. That dude was.
No, he was literally.
He's like legit.
He did strong man contest.
Yeah, like he's so real.
Yeah.
David, thank you for the super chat. Dumb, silly trade of the day.
Uh-oh.
Hey, we didn't have one yesterday. TEM calls. December 19, 110. Not a lot of volume, but sometimes like that is playing mini maker is. Did I read that right? Yeah, playing mini maker is fun. So that's
Wait, Dave Dilly Dumb? Okay.
the Pelosi train, right?
Oh, Tempest.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Pelosi train. You said, what was that, 110s? And you've got, what, like a month and a half? Bouncing the 50. Upward trend. Why not? If Nancy still likes it. If she sold, then it's a dumb trade. But if she's still in it, you can't lose.
Nancy Pelosi, eh?
Can't lose. You go with Nancy, because she always seems to know. Let's go over to it there. Thanks, David.
Save us.
Here on Coinbase, we have another crypto-related story here, just right after the Ferrari story. So I'm seeing that apparently Coinbase is targeting a $2 billion BVNK deal and a fresh stablecoin push. I looked up BVNK. Looks like this is an enterprise-grade stablecoin infrastructure group. There's also a crypto coin, it looks like, called BVNK. So if I get more details in the story, I'll let you know. But apparently Coinbase looking for a new $2 billion stablecoin-related deal. Back to you.
Or Virgil? Depends on what WCW.
What are you talking about?
Well, $1 Million Man had like his sort of the guy that was walking around with his belt. There was
Virgil?
Yeah, but when they went to WCW, I think they
was
changed.
another.
No, same guy, but I think it was Virgil or
Oh, he had to
Vincent,
change his name?
depending on which
You know what? I didn't
organization
know
you were
that.
in. Yeah. And then he went to, the $1 Million. Okay, Russell.
Virgil changed.
Russell's one of us, man. He knows all about this stuff, man.
Yeah, Russell.
So one of my favorite wrestlers of all time is Kurt Angle. I love Kurt Angle. That was one of my favorite wrestlers. And then, of course, Mr. Perfect.
Another real one.
Kurt Hennig. Mr.
Kurt
Perfect.
Hennig.
It goes on. We can, honestly, the show would
Triple H.
The show would get derailed real quick if we start talking
Mount
about wrestling.
Rushmore? Yeah, what's your Mount Rushmore? I mean, obviously Hogan. Like, I don't care who. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
And I understand. Like, you can take off the show personalities in real life. But if you're just talking about like top.
Yeah, I think
Hogan,
I think it's hard not to have
Taker, and Bret Hart.
Yeah, Steve Austin. I mean,
I can't put Steve Austin in there. I'm putting it. Look, I'm going.
Joe?
No, straight up. I'm going straight up.
No Steve Austin in the greatest
Hulk
wrestlers
Hogan,
of all time.
The Rock, Undertaker, and Bret the Hitman Hart. That's my four. And
You're
Steve
missing,
Austin doesn't.
in my opinion, you're missing a big,
Steve Austin doesn't
big
make
one.
it.
Big,
Who did I miss?
I think John Cena is probably one of the.
I don't know who am I kicking out.
You're
though?
still missing a lot.
Who am I
You're still
kicking out?
missing maybe the greatest, Ric Flair.
Oh.
Woo!
Okay, no, we have Ric Flair.
Yeah, man. Even Arn Anderson. I mean, there's a lot, man. The Four Horsemen. If Ric Flair is not on that Mount Rushmore, then I'm not. I'm not.
Who am
down,
I kicking
but-
out? The Taker?
Well,
I think-
how many are on Mount Rushmore?
Four. You only get four. You can't take out Hogan. I don't think you can take out The Rock.
Gold Dust.
No Canadian can take out Bret the Hitman Hart. You can't take out Bret Hart.
I thought I heard gold dust.
Can't
in my
take out
head.
Bret Hart. I'm just gold.
I probably, I mean, for me, Ric Flair would be higher than Bret Hart, but I do love Bret Hart. And the thing is, we're not even considering the Heartbreak Kid. I mean, so I don't know. Like, there's a lot of wrestlers, man, that are great.
Yeah,
so.
it's fun.
I don't know. It just keeps on going and going. All right, so look. Okay, it's 2:55. We're entering the hour of power right now. We just got out at VWAP. I mean, whenever you go from the bottom of the day all the way back to VWAP, generally speaking, that is a reversal candle anyways, or a reversal area. So yeah, happy to have gotten out, and just now with 5% left of Palantir, and we have 10% left of Tesla. Like, it hit our, the minute we got that 350 there into 54, we didn't get our last 10% at 54, and that's what we're holding. So there it is. We averaged back in right here at 51. I'm going to try to hold this to 50, but right now, maybe just this 200 period moving average, which is 50.75. So I don't want to let this trade, again, that was at one point a great trade, come all the way back in, fill me again. And again, it's a small fill. We're not taking a huge amount of shares here on these trades. But as it comes back in, there we go. We're starting to crank a little bit lower as the futures break below 26,000 right now on the NASDAQ. I'm not going to give this a breath. 450, I'm going to take a breath, but I'm not going to give this too much more than that. 450.50, if we break a breaker 1.9, we are out of that one, says Riza. So hopefully that can come back. Okay, here it comes. Let's see if it can get back upside right now. We'll take a little piece out here in the 20s because we just averaged that in. So far, so good here on the rebound for Tesla, but that was a little bit of a drip there. We do have big imbalances coming. I didn't look at any of the sheets today. But Obi was out here talking about it. I don't know if he was talking about it on the midday or not, Joe. But there are some imbalances coming near the end of the day on the month-end rebound.
Yeah, no, Cleveland Cliff? No, it's not Cleveland Cliff. I think Cliff tonight.
Remember, we've showed you guys before where there's been like big orders on different stocks that are being delisted. Sometimes it's buyouts that get delisted.
It's not as big as I thought. Cliff is like 2.5 million shares. That's not
so CLF.
That's
is
not,
what, a delist?
No, that's a share increase.
Share increase.
It's actually an increase.
Yeah, Cliff's is not being, so share increase. Okay, so we're expecting how many shares?
I thought it was, oh, you know what? No, I got it wrong. There's, yeah, it's 6.2 million shares to buy. S&P 400 upweight on Cliff.
Okay, so S&P 400 is adding some Cliff in there. Actually, this might be a good little buy here.
That's pretty good.
Right at the 50-period moving average. All right, so get some CLF in here, some mining going on there. So yeah, now it's a 50-period moving average. So we are expecting that. You said about 6 million shares. So let's give that a little bit of a breath.
There is like some buyout that is that's closing, but
okay.
It's not one that
By the way,
it's not one that I even like though. So
ring the damn register again. That's another $1 there on Tesla. Guys, we're doing it live. Like, I mean, we sit here and we were just talking about it, and then there goes Tesla breaking. We got 451s. Sorry, I'm showing this. There's a couple outs right there. 451.90. So almost $1 on that last little reload. Okay, here now this is appropriate. I'm reloaded. Yeah. So it would be for mine would be Hunter Hearst, Ric Flair. I still think Hogan for what he did for the business.
Of course. Hogan's a must.
But like I know that Hogan wasn't like the greatest wrestler or anything like that, but I think he's there.
Yeah, he kind of.
And then honestly, it's so tough because there's The Rock and then there's Cena and there's Shawn Michaels. Like all of these guys, 4 is just not enough, man.
But that's the whole thing about Mount Rushmore, and that's why people love it. Is I don't care whether you're talking sports, whatever it is.
People say
it's
rappers.
Nearly impossible to come. Like top 10's one thing, but 4. It's really difficult to do, but that's what makes it so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, if I asked you to pick the Mount Rushmore of stocks, like, in investments, I would say maybe not stocks. Like, what are the 4 best like wealth creation things of all time? Like you could
Nvidia.
Like you could say maybe Nvidia. You could say Bitcoin.
S&P 500.
Apple. I don't. Oh yeah, I mean I guess it's fair. You could always say an index. Yep. I think Apple would be a fair one to go into. Tesla.
But yeah, I mean, again, how far are you going back, right? Because if you bought stock at XOM when it
okay, yeah, obviously you can say like Berkshire. Yeah, there's lots of things that you could say.
It's Power Hour.
But we just entered Power Hour. Okay, this thing's finally starting to go. We have another super chat in here. I don't see it. Adam Jones.
Exactly.
Meta is lower than it was in
so are a lot of stocks.
Yeah, but that's
you might not realize.
Why are we cherry picking the 25th out of curiosity?
Late January 25.
Oh.
Like the year, Neil.
Yeah, my bad. No, for some reason I'm
guy's
like,
not that specific.
I'm like, what? That's no, but I'm like, that's oddly.
Well, it's a good question to ask, because why would they be asking that, right?
Yeah, it's true. So, yeah, look, it's not looking good for Meta. And I'll say that as somebody that bought in March. I literally bought Meta while sitting in the bleachers at spring training. And I bought Meta, and I bought the Qs, and I bought Nvidia, and something. No, I didn't buy ARM for another month. And you could, it wouldn't surprise me. It's possible to get back down there, and you could be trading at 600. I happen to think that this is one to DCA into. I don't know precisely where the bottom's going to be here on Meta, but I just know I want to be buying into the bottom. I'm not smart enough to guess where it is, so I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to look for a DCA starting probably next week. Nobody seems to like to spend. They think that, you know, their rate of spending is increased more than their revenue. I mean, do we not trust Mark Zuckerberg enough that that's not going to continue forever?
They do not.
I mean, at some point, you give somebody successful the benefit of the doubt. Now, if we were talking about Mike McDaniel on the Miami Dolphins, does he deserve the benefit of the doubt? No, I don't think so. But somebody who's been a winner, I think, deserves the benefit of the doubt, and Zuckerberg's been a winner. So let's.
Yes, John, the dome is closed tonight. The dome has been closed forever. They don't, it has to be like above 13 degrees Celsius or something like that, or they close it, so.
I'd prefer, if it's not raining and it's not like freezing cold, it is much nicer with it open. It's not even close.
It's almost like it's not even the same.
The only time I don't like it is in the dog days of the summer when it's like 35 degrees out and you're sitting in the sun. Then you want the shaded seats.
Then you're like,
when it gets like way too hot, you're like, oh man, please close the dome. That's
when you got to go find those $7 beers.
Dude, I have the straw hat. I don't even care. I'm like, do I look like? I don't care. I get it in spring training, I bring it back up here, and I'm wearing that in the middle of July. So the market, you know what? There has not. Look at this.
Straw hat makes sense.
Have a look at the Qs. How many red candles since 12:30 on my 15-minute chart? I'll give you a hint. The answer is 0. So this has been. It's very distinctly trending. It almost makes you think at the first red candle, if you haven't jumped out, jump out of longs. I think that makes some sense. I'm going to get out at VWAP on Chipotle because it was, well, yeah, I mistimed reversing the long in this. I think I got a little ahead of myself, but it doesn't matter. It happens to be working now. So I'm going to get out at VWAP and think about a reversal on this as we go into Power Hour. There was something, I was going to mention this about Cliff. When we were talking about Cliff, just to be clear, when we say that there's like an up weight expected at the close, that's like a market function thing where you might see a big buy imbalance that moves the stock in the last 10 minutes or so. It doesn't actually fundamentally do anything to Cliff. Like, yeah, the Cliff looks like it's holding higher lows and all that stuff. It doesn't indicate a swing trade or anything other than maybe a trade in the last 10 minutes of the day. So, you know, if we say if there's a big buy imbalance, we might buy it, we'd be getting out in like a minute or two or like 10 minutes, like less than 10 minutes. Once the end hits. And it's New York. So the good news is when we look up the locator, because it's an NYC stock, like we should be able to, if there's going to be a big imbalance, we'd see it already. So the fact that it's not here and it's supposed to be a big one already makes me not excited about it because I feel like it should already be up here for at least $1 million or $2 million. And I don't see it. I see AMCR, this is what, like RIG, HPQ, pretty much nothing. Nothing exciting yet, but it's also end of month and Friday, so you could see some imbalances. What is VACI. I'm sorry, I'm just curious. What the heck is that?
Well, it's in warrant or something, UN there.
Oh, that was that SPAC IPO I was going to look at. Oh, we don't have it. Never mind.
Always something.
Yeah.
All right. So just to talk a little bit here, we've been getting out some more Palantir, and we're gonna try to find some more trades for you guys in just a second. But well, I mean, I'm always looking, and if you guys have any ideas, put in the chat, and we'll do this right now. But we're about to break a little lower here, so I just honestly on the reload, I'm just trying to get out of some shares now, which we have, and right now I'm only holding 25%. So hopefully we can get another little bit of a bump. I'm at 451.50s. If we can, I'm at 46 actually. If we can get that would be great. We're hiding in here in the weeds somewhere. So one little rip up and we should be able to get that fill, and then we'll have about 20% left or so, and there it is. So now we'll have that 20% left, and we're pretty happy with that amount now because I'm uncertain of where we go. And hey, a 20% trade is better to have that on than nothing. So we'll hold it now as it goes back up to the upside immediately, taking out now the 50-period moving average is right there. And again, we're just being the trader that we are, and that is to try to hit support and resistance levels, try to play momentum, and then, you know, let the day happen. So that's what we're going to do. We are stopping out at four. Okay, go, go, go. I did put another offer right here. That's 20s. That's 35. I put an offer at 20. 452.20. So if that comes up, you'll see me get filled again. And this is what we do, man. I'm telling you the prices that I'm interested in and the levels that I'm sitting at. So when I get the fill, which may happen in 5 pennies, then you know that's what we're doing, and then that's the out. So here it comes upside, 20 more cents, and then we will take again another $1. It's $1 in the money right now on this reload, right? I mean, it just went against us. We could have all had it down there again, but let's see. Come on, can we not get by this level? Like, see this now, there it is. Hedge fund. Right there. But there it goes, man. There goes Tesla right now. Now $1.70 in the money on TSLA. So far, so good here as we continue to watch out for this market. And again, look, it's not like it's super confident. We're getting out at these levels every time it bumps up. The futures are kind of doing nothing but edging higher. So we hold the 2 longs right now. Palantir, $3 or so, $2.50, sorry, in the money. We already got a nice little out there. And again, this was just reloaded at day's low in the midday. I mean, Joe's can verify, obviously, he was sitting right there. I was talking about these reloads in the middle of the day. They were showing the chart. Thank you, Andre, for that. So as this starts to appreciate to the upside, I really like what Obi said. He's like, there's a couple of different styles of trading, and one is literally sitting on your hand. So once you're in position, we have to do a better job of that. But now that it's up at VWAP, I have no problem getting out as much as we can up here. We're still holding out for some for the dream because, you know, you never know where this market wants to go into the close. My next offer on Tesla is right here at 452.75. And then we can see about a higher take into 454, the one that we missed. My 453.90, there it is. Yes, that's $1.50 right there. And this time it is another one. And then another one. Because we reloaded it. So it was there the first time, it's there the second time, it's Tesla, and it's a good trade here to end the day. So not bad. Yet. No, well, for me it's probably, I mean, we're really happy with what we've been doing. And yeah, the day's not over. Those imbalances could be something, right? So we'll see if there's a big trade.
I'm disappointed by the fact that Cliff isn't already on there. It should already be big. I think that's going to end.
You know what? They've been really disappointing. I don't want to like get everyone's hopes up and then down again. No, but
it's been a minute since there's been a good one.
Right. The last couple.
Like, what was the last good one? I can't even think of one.
So,
yeah, on the top of my head, I can't think of one. So, like, if the futures make a red candle on the 15, I'm out. But Cliff is also. Now I'm thinking, I have Cleveland Cliff in my head now. Chipotle also does one, I'll just jump out. I came in short biased on Chipotle today and then got the genius idea to just kind of reverse the bottom. I actually thought it was closer to the low. I'm like, yeah, this is yesterday's low, why not? But it's already starting to turn. Because to me, split.
If I heading to 20.
Yeah, because to me, it's like a short until proven otherwise. Like, this is just day 2, trying to hold a higher low. That's great. I hope it does. Nothing against Chipotle. But I'm not going to get super confident. I think it's getting to VWAP. I would certainly reverse this if it got to the volume-weighted average price. Christopher Mulligan said, what? My daughter says your costume is Abby?
That's right.
I'm not in costume right now. This morning?
Yeah.
This morning, you mean? Yeah. That was the cool thing. Like, this morning, a couple people said, oh, my daughter or my kids saw your costume. What did I do with it?
This money keeps falling off.
I think I have it somewhere. No, seriously, I was just I wore like the Saja Boys thing this morning. Yeah. I did it for my daughter too. So anybody, like, if you're a parent and you have kids under the age of like 12, or I don't know, maybe even older than that, like that K-pop Demon Hunters was.
Oh yeah, everybody should know.
Just a monster. That. All right, I'm gonna jump out of this. I said if we get the red candle, I'll revert out and wait to look to short this thing. So got the reversal. The way I describe it is I got away with one. There was no reason to just sort of be sitting in this at the low. Like, if you're short this, like, why wouldn't I just be waiting for it to break down? Like, I could have taken the exact same trade as it was actually breaking out instead of just sitting in the trade for like half an hour. But the good news is you could have had it the entire time. I just feel like, what's the point of getting in it early? I'm going to wait for this to get to the volume-weighted average price and short it. Jameson saying IONQ. We haven't looked at the quantum names as much recently. And it's such a weird thing on days like today where the market trends down and then it's like the risky things that are going up, like QuantumScape is having a run. I guess there was some kind of a story that someone posted on X that I think was like a small story, but not a big deal. But then you get the risk names like this making a bounce. But here's the more interesting thing. Remember we were just looking at cliffs off that 50-period moving average. I actually like OpenDoor off the 50-period for next week. Well, IONQ, same thing. Riding the 50-period moving average, kind of forming a bit of a wedge. Like these things, now granted it could break in either direction. But if it breaks up, I like the long. If it breaks short, probably look at it as a day trade. But I also like Rigetti a little bit better. So my first action is usually to see if Rigetti's a better setup. And I don't know that it is. Not really. IONQ is a better setup, I think. So I'm with this. Like I don't own any IONQ. I don't own any Rigetti. Just full disclosure, I own QBTS, D-Wave, but I'm just talking about a break next week, one close above this little wedge, long swing, give to the 50-period moving average, hold for 70, hold for 80, and then Bob's your uncle or whatever it might be. That's what I'd be thinking about for IONQ here. But this is confirmation happens after you break this, not just sort of buying the wedge for me. Like I want to see it actually break through that, and then I get much more excited.
All right, yeah, funny. Shout out to Maricus there in the chat. We're going back and forth. He says, hedge fund losing money. I'm like, bro, I'm $4 and $5 in the money right now in total. But he means losing money off the costume. So yeah, that is true. The costume is losing money right now. But we are definitely yeah, okay.
Convert to Bitcoin.
By the way, yeah, right there. We got a good level here for sure in Palantir. Another VWAP trade. Here goes Palantir breaking through. So there's another out for us on it. We said we're getting lighter and lighter on these positions, but still, we still got it, and we still have this 20% of Tesla waiting for it to come up to this top side again. So if that can come through, man, we'll take it. Like literally 20% exactly left on Tesla, hoping for a complete recovery in the NASDAQ. And if we can get, for me, a complete recovery would be closing the day above VWAP, right? This is their volume weighted average price. So basically, I have it starting from the very morning, but from market open, I don't know exactly where it would be. You can put an anchor on that and figure that out. But right into here, we're going to wait to see if we can get some love on the NASDAQ and get back up into VWAP for that. VWAP's already been taken out on Tesla, which is what our first little bid was all about. The 200 period in VWAP there, the 200 period in VWAP there. And then now it's starting to raise up. My next offer is at 454. It's been there the whole time, 453.90. I put that order pending at, see, I've refreshed it. There it is, from 222 when we put that order out. So it's that order was from right here when we got filled this time. We put that order up there, and now we'll wait to see if we can get that fill on Tesla. So that's what we're working with right now. I hope you guys have some sort of similar trades on, as it's been a very, very good morning and afternoon here at Trader TV Live. Make sure you do hit that subscribe. Right now we have 21.3. I
feel like that's
good guess.
Yeah,
that's about average. That's about what we're looking for right there. So yeah, if you guys haven't hit the like or subscribe, please do it right now and get that number going, because we gave you this trade. Neil gave you a great trade there on CMG.
I'm going to restart this thing,
on CMG. Yeah, restart it. Yeah, go explain this for everybody. Yeah.
For everyone out here, first of all, hit the subscribe button so you can be in the chat. That's the important thing. Like, anytime we talk about subscribe, this is one of the things that I think is a lot of fun, because I can tell you at least once a day, whether I make a trade or not, or whether anybody here in the show makes a trade or not, there's something that comes up from the audience, from our viewers, that's like, oh, now we're watching this stock and now we're going to try to get involved, whether you find a trade or not. So I just literally pulled up ASST because someone mentioned it to me. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting for a small capper. So I'm going to go $, because you have to type in the symbol, $ first. And then at some point you'll see that one drop down. Right now, Tesla, AMD, WDC, they reported 9%. Get it.
Yes, Western Digital last night.
Western Digital.
Yep.
Meta's up there. Let's look at that one. We'll revisit that in a couple of minutes, or I always keep it up to have an idea. Yeah. I am looking at this ASST. Someone said it's breaking out. I just said, look, little overhead resistance at yesterday's high too. Not a huge move. It's 11%. It's a dollar stock, but it's got a little bit of resistance, like a couple of pennies higher. But WDC, there's so many earnings this week that you can't cover them all. That's the thing. Like, a few things get missed. Wow, what a V-shape. Like, what didn't get sold off at the open that was gapped up? I hadn't looked at the chart because this is not something we would trade, but another stock that gapped up, got sold off at the open, and is making a very nice, very, very nice recovery, for sure. Okay. Yeah, Western Digital. Look at the program buy going here. It's another ramp job. Like, what do you do with, like, how do you not ring registers on this? Like, this is one of those stocks where I know myself. Like, if I owned it, I'd have sold. I'd be like, I'm taking a bunch off at 80, right? It's like, yeah, you got it at the low. Like, if you bought this on Liberation Day, you got it like $30, and then it breaks 80. You're like, yeah, whatever. That's almost a triple up, and then it goes to $150, and then you look like an idiot. But that's fine. Like, you know, profit's profit at the end of the day. Great looking stock. Don't know that I'm going to be touching it. All right, here comes VWAP on Chipotle. Said this is where I wanted to look for the short because it was a better short all day long off of VWAP. Let's see if we can do it again today. So 15 minutes until
I think.
Well,
3:30. Oh, the bigger.
When
update.
3:30 hits, if I don't see Cleveland Cliffs on that list at 3:30, then something's fishy.
Yeah, Obi. Yeah, so
it's not his fault.
No, I only said because he's here. What's up, Obi? He just came in. Look, we were long Marvell. And honestly, man, like I cannot believe, I can believe we got stopped out because it broke 91.50 there on Marvell. But I just want you guys to notice, like when I'm wrong, there's no, you know, like there's no stubbornness in trading, at least try not to be. I tend to be maybe earlier on in the day, I tend to be pretty stubborn with some of the trades, but definitely when levels are developed and found, I don't hold it. The only problem with this one here on Marvell is that I could have used these dark pool dumps at 8 o'clock, but I never use that. But it does bounce right there off 91. Pretty clean. When I was going long here, 91.50s, it was good. So that was 92 long, and we had to buy 91.50s because we were using 91.50 as our out. It only came to 91.70, then it was going upside. These are 92.20s and so on and so forth. So here, maybe if I zoom in, you'll see a little bit better. Able to make, oops, I'm drawing too many lines now. Able to make these bids turn out to be somewhat profitable. And then right when we lost the bid right there, whoosh, we're able to get out right away on orders that we already have pending. So it's like the orders just trigger immediately and I'm out. And that is that for Marvell. I mean, obviously looking back at it right now, to have given it that extra 50 cents to have made $2 would have been great. But, you know, besides this 8 ball, I don't know how else to predict exactly the price of stocks. So
what will be the closing price?
Well, I won't tell you the price. You have to ask it.
Let me look at your chart. What is that right now? 93? Okay.
Like Marvell, yeah.
Will Marvell close over $93?
That's the right question.
Oh shoot, man, it's doing that thing where you can't read it.
It's Mr. Westermeyer, we need another one.
It's so disappointing.
Someone make us another 8 ball.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I can't see. I'm sorry. It just hasn't been working.
Yeah, it's okay.
Unfortunate. Let's go to Adair.
The answer is yes, anyways.
A little bit of a pop and drop here in some of these materials names, including CRML. I'm seeing a headline here saying that Canada is designating critical materials as essential to defense. So again, we have Canada. It sounds like they're designating critical materials as essential to defense. Keep an eye on CRML, MP, AREC, UUUU, any of those type of critical defense, or sorry, critical minerals or rare earths plays. Guys, back to you.
Huh. Ramin has an 8 ball on her watch.
It's like the bubbles are coming.
So I'm going to download that here on Apple Watch.
Ask again later. That's it. Literally, actually, I was able to read it. It said ask again later. Whatever.
Okay.
I'll listen to it.
All right. So we'll ask it. We'll ask it when it's well above 93. Now it's at 93.20.
It's 320 so. Magic 8 ball. It's no good to
All right. You know what, guys? I'm going to just get out. Okay. I'm offering there. Oh. All right. Well, we just got out at 453.30. I just, I'm still waiting for. Of course, I get out of a piece there. Boo. All right, 15% left right now, getting out 5% tranches right there. It kept on bouncing off of 53.50, honestly. And I was like, I'm not going to wait for 53.90s. Oh. Okay, well, we got out at 30 there. Just a 5%. let's not cry over spilt milk over here. Everything is fine. SoFi's on a run through $29 again, so that's really nice there through 29. Nice little bottom pick there at 28.50. It did something very similar yesterday at SoFi, where it made some bottoms and then eventually bounced back before crashing into the close. There's the bottom there at 12 o'clock on SoFi yesterday, made it back to VWAP and then gave it up. So right now you're extending through VWAP, a little nervousness. This is why I didn't like pump the long at $29. We had seen the action yesterday into the close, and I was just wondering about that on SoFi, not the market. I mean, the market is blasting now, and that's a little different, I guess, than it was yesterday. Yesterday we had big earnings, right? We were waiting for Apple, we were waiting for Amazon, and wow, one delivered. Actually, they both delivered quite nicely.
Oh yeah, absolutely they did.
Apple's been a banger, man. Like Apple, honestly, man, fire off the hot dog gun today. It was bad early. I heard that in my ear, actually.
What? I didn't.
I had to restart mine, so.
Man. All right.
Yeah, we're releasing, Canada released their budget, right? So I think that's probably what that's all about. So critical minerals there. So LAC, Lithium of America, is actually located in Canada. So I don't know exactly what that means, you know, but we already know that critical metals is an aspect of, I guess, defense a little bit, because what you're looking for is to protect your natural resources in the fact of, I mean, we all know that United States is taking a percentage in MP, taking some shares here in LAC. Here's MP as well. That was a while ago that they made a move here, and then you saw the little recent spike up, and now MP's all the way back in again. But yeah, just national security and everything like that, so you're not relying on other countries to give you the metals and the rare earth that you need, like lithium and whatnot. And we do know that here in Canada, there's something called the Ring of Fire that's being developed up north. Man, that was one of the better trades. It was Noront Resources that crushed that one. They got bought by an Australian company like 10 years ago. That was a really good trade. But yeah, there it comes right back in. So if you're interested in rare earth metals and things like that, MP might be something to look at. USAR as well as another name. And there's a whole bunch, UMAY. There's a whole bunch of different names that you can look at, and most of them have pulled right back in. So you're not too late here to get some of these trades into your portfolio. You might be too late to get Palantir down here at 198, but it is just screaming here into the close. So hey man, it's a good one, and it's continuously going. On this Halloween night, we like screamers as it continues to go higher. Don't get too spooked out tonight, everybody. They're just costumes.
True that. Well, you know what? I will say this though. I kind of enjoy when you have a costume that like gets a reaction of like a little kid. Like,
I mean, there's probably houses in your neighborhood that are.
Well, I did. Yeah, there's a couple in my neighborhood that don't mess around, and some of the smaller kids are like, "Oh, that house is spooky." I did Jack Skellington, and like a couple of kids were a little bit afraid of the head. If you've seen it, you'll probably get it.
We have like this old lady that sits at our front door that looks like very creepy, and some kids won't even come up, so we save candy, you know.
It's fun. I don't know. I think Halloween's so much fun. And like I have a litmus test. If you move into our neighborhood, I'm like, okay, when Halloween comes and you just moved in, it's like the first year someone's in the neighborhood.
I was like, what are they doing?
I'm like, do they put up decorations or not?
Right.
And if you don't put up decorations, I'm like, we have a very good family atmosphere in our neighborhood. I'm just saying, participate.
Yes.
And my biggest beef.
Don't hate, participate.
My biggest beef is people that their kids go out trick-or-treating, but no one hands out candy at their house.
Oh yeah, no, we you definitely, someone's got to be doing that.
I mean, if you're sending your kids out to get free candy,
or out on Palantir,
then you should probably.
All right, $3 now, yeah, man. The face slap on Palantir. We're just easing this out, man, on the way back up. I'm trying not to do too many things that are too complicated here. Just as this continues to go up, man, out at VWAP, out on a possible break lower there, and it is what it is as Palantir continues to go higher, and Tesla too. I mean, this is the only trade that I put on for you twice. Here today, bang and bang. These are good longs, right off the 200 period, right off VWAP. Tesla continues to go higher. We talked about why we like the stock. Joe did a little bit of a review there, and Joe does the review, I do the trading, and there it goes. Nice move on Tesla. They're up to the upside of this particular stock. So, yeah, Nvidia is a name that we haven't looked at all afternoon. Great bottom there at 202, very similar to where we were yesterday's close. You know, so if you just look again, obviously a little bit upset here because I am like a support and resistance guy, and right into there, that was exactly a great level. But again, during the midday, I don't know, like I guess you just had to be brave and buy Nvidia. I mean, it's still up right here. I was obviously down. Am I down on? Yes, I'm down on Nvidia today. We took that 207.50 break. I read my note back. It was 208.50, so we can go back and look about why. Maybe that's the week high. But there's the breakdown, and here it comes right back in. We tried to defend the 200 period. We lost it. There it goes. And finally, we caught a bid there and made some money back before dropping it off there at 205.50. But the good thing is we dumped it there before this happened, all the way back down in. So that was a pretty good out for us right there before this happened. But looks like Nvidia is trying to get back to its winning ways on the day, which is already up 1%. And then it's AMD. Okay, so they're both basically up the same.
They're on good news. I mean, you had
wondering
that
if
big
one was up higher than the
South
other.
South Korea with a bunch of orders. It wasn't just the South Korean government. It was like South Korea and then like 3 or 4 corporations with a huge order from Nvidia. So holding on some of the gains is going to be a good thing. You know what? This might
need Nvidia 142. That's not happening, New Loon.
142, $142. Low. Back up the truck. What do we say? Back up the truck.
In my opinion.
Back up the truck is how I
don't know, because the thing is, remember, if it gets down to there, the reason is
we got other problems. We got other problems.
So that's the problem.
Yeah, that's just, when you have extreme things happen like that, you wonder what else is going on when that's the case. It's easy to say back up the truck because that's how I feel about it. But I'm actually starting to think that, okay, so look, Chipotle has been a short off of VWAP all day long. That being said, I think it was A, maybe premature to get out of the long, and B, not worth a reload this time. Each time it's fallen off of VWAP, it's made VWAP to the low of the day. VWAP, low of the day. VWAP, low of the day. VWAP, low of the day.
I know where you're going
VWAP,
with this.
higher low.
Oh.
This one does not get to, and it's going right back into VWAP. So you got to get, I guess, got to get out of this. It's not going to be a reload. Probably should have stayed long. Maybe I'll reverse into a long above the volume weighted average price on this, but sometimes just because it worked earlier doesn't mean it's going to work late. And if it only gives you like a small scalp trade, I like trends. So if I have a trend line that's not breaking and I'm short into it, I have to respect that. It's holding an uptrend into the volume weighted average price. Until it breaks it, there's no adding. If we bounce here and break the trend line, then I can add on the way down. That's going to be the plan of action there. Yeah, Tendies Hunter, I love this one. I keep forgetting I can put up the comments. I just have to switch back.
What is he saying?
He said, well, first of all, some people were talking in the chat about like adults coming trick-or-treating. If an adult comes to our house, they're not getting any candy. I don't care. But we do have a neighbor that, let's just say they have
what about if
some treats for adults on the street. Yeah, there it is, Tendies. We have a house that passes candy to kids and beer and tequila shots to adults. Yeah, we have a neighbor that's very similar to that. Although I'll tell you this right, like I wouldn't do that because like what happens like the teenagers would come by and I actually saw.
Oh, then you have to like judge.
They had to make a judgment call and they made one. Like I know them, they're good people. So
yeah.
I wouldn't feel comfortable having to guess whether like some teenager that comes by is old enough. Like to me, they look like they're too old to be trick or treating, so they're probably an adult. But I'm not taking that chance.
No. Yeah, I mean, unless you know the person, I think that's
like if it's neighbors, you know me, I know you, but like some teen from a couple of blocks over shows up, and you're like, oh, maybe you're old enough to drink. I'm not serving you. Anyways, I love the spirit of it. I love being living in a good community where everyone knows each other and has fun like that is the best, right? So
yeah, for sure. I mean, Halloween is such
a
get
no
everybody
candy
in the neighborhood. That's why I'm hoping. Like, I don't know if anyone's been outside lately around here, but actually, I can just check my phone.
It better not rain.
It's not raining. The Apple phone sprinkling. Okay,
that's not bad.
Obi says it's scattered on and off sprinkling.
Scattered showers?
Scattered showers is Obi's.
Scattered sprinkles is not a thing anyone ever says.
Sprinkling, he's saying. Right now, you know what we're sprinkling? A little $3 on top of our day rate here. There's 454.20. We did it. So there's a nice move right there. I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is exactly, this is a trading show, and this is a good trade. So we're going to talk about it and celebrate it a little bit. There it goes to the upside, goes Tesla right now. So, yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain too much for us on Halloween around here. But I think you're right. I saw rain supposed to be stopping around 3 or 4, which is right now. So
it should be done.
Yeah, so hopefully that will be the case.
It's not going to matter to me.
The case that we gave you. Yeah, it won't matter to you. You'll be at the Dome tonight covered. And hopefully then on the streets around 11:30 is when it will end.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be heavy on the streets because if they win,
When, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you get the outcome you want, like in the stadium,
Fair enough, fair
like there's the trophy presentation, the MVP,
Oh, yeah, that takes a
everyone's
while.
celebrating. Like that's like an hour after the game that you're still out there. Like when Game 7 got won the LCS, like we were there for another hour, and then you leave. Like by that time, I'll probably just, you know, I'm going with one of our buddies. I'll probably just want to head home. I'm not much of like when I was younger, and when the Leafs would win a playoff series, like I didn't mind being out in the streets for that. But like when I'm in my 20s, like, whatever. No one needs an old man running around like acting the fool. I'll do that inside the stadium.
Yeah, there will be some old men running around acting like
fools. I think 100%. So I think it was the right decision not to reload. Again, it doesn't make sense. Upward trending, so no reload on CMG. I am considering jumping into the long and giving it to this a little bit of a stop. If it closes above the, almost at the 50 period, if it closes above VWAP, I think there's one trade left, it being 330, and then I would put a stop underneath this trend line. So just trend line from the low of the day on Chipotle. Come on, Cliff. Oh, it is there. Wait a minute. That's the wrong way. Remember, I'm like, yeah, Cleveland Cliff needs to show up, and it shows up as a 4.6 million sell when we're expecting 6.4 to buy. So that's actually worse than not being there. Maybe it's a flip. It could always like flip at 355, but that's disappointing. Cleveland Cliffs is supposed to be an upweight on, I said the S&P 400, right? And it comes out in 20 minutes. Right now, it's indicating 4.6 million shares in the other direction. So that is likely to be a nothing burger, which is exactly the problem that a lot of these imbalances have. You have all this anticipation because you think it can be big, and then it's, well, we talked about sometimes trading is sitting on your hands.
Yes.
With the imbalance trade, like the close trade, with IPOs, or like the gimmicky style trade, like those one-off type of things, you have to be willing to not take them when they're no good. Like if you don't like an IPO, you don't take the opening print. If you don't like a close, you don't take the close trade. You know, little things like that. I wanted to take that SPAC today, but they didn't have it in the system.
Right.
But that's, you know what though? That's actually on me, because I could have.
You could have planned it.
No, yesterday I should have just put a ticket in to make sure. But that, yeah. If you're a trade at real trading, if there's like new issues, put it. If it's really small and not huge, just put a ticket in and say, hey, look, can we make sure this gets in the database day one? Because I'd like, you know, you want to trade it. People don't usually trade SPACs on day one. So the new SPAC today, the Viking one, I wasn't able to take a shot at it. So. That's on me.
Ivan Mendoza here. Canada still can't win in hockey. I mean, we literally won the Four Nations Cup.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What do we? Whoa!
Don't take offense to that, you know, around here.
Come on, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
Baseball is one thing, but hockey, come on, guys.
Yeah, we have one team in baseball.
We have like yeah, but
we talk about hockey here, like
we have probably around 10 MLB players, probably.
Oh, there's gonna be more than that.
Is there right now?
When the Cleveland. Like Cleveland has one of the best ones, and his brother also plays.
Yeah.
Seattle's number 2 reliever is Brash is a Canadian. There's
some Canadian pitchers.
In terms of stars, there aren't like as many.
Yeah, Naylor.
Both. His brother's a catcher as well.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's the NBA where we're absolutely dominating right now.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander there.
Beast.
From Hamilton.
Oh, by the way,
we are dominating. Trust me, Joe.
His parents.
You don't worry about over there, Stone Cold, okay?
Shout out to the island of Antigua. His parents are from there.
Right. And honestly,
Olympic level athletes too.
I saw that the damage there for insurance was $3 billion in Jamaica. I actually thought it would have been more than that, but it's a lot. It's a lot, I guess, and hopefully insurance pays. Okay, are we going to Adara? All right, says Andre. Thumbs up.
Oh, there's more super chats.
Yeah, let's take a look here at our TTV Research weekly and daily calendars here for what to expect this week. The daily calendars are going to be coming out around 3 or 3:30 p.m. the day before the next session. So Mondays is actually out. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's talk about some of the many earnings we're going to be covering next week, guys. Uber, Pfizer, we've got Fubo, Cipher Mining, Berkshire Hathaway, Shopify, Spotify, Supermicro Computer, AMD, McDonald's, Robinhood, AppLovin, IONQ, Qualcomm, and ARM. We have IREN, we have OpenDoor, DraftKings, AMC, D-Wave, Quantum, the list goes on and on and on. But again, you can find more about said list on X at TTV Research. Now, with regards to Monday, we have Palantir, Sean representing that hat today. Palantir, of course, a fan favorite stock. So if you want to get ready for those earnings and everything this entails, check this out on X at TTV Research. I also want to let you guys know, I've actually been having posts come out throughout the weekend as well. So if you're sitting at home during the weekend trying to prepare for the sessions on Monday and the rest of the week, you can always find out info on X at TTV Research. I do post some earnings reminders and stuff throughout the weekend. Back to you.
Oh boy.
Like, first of all, like a big
This is
shout out to
hilarious.
Adara. Like Adara, like that thing looks like it's like 40 pounds on her head there. And
It is
she's
no
like,
joke.
Like doing everything like this. Like, so I want to say a big shout out to her. Like you could just, so I just want to let everybody, I just want to tell everybody how committed,
Best shot ever.
how committed to this she is.
Best shot ever.
She doesn't, like, she just sits there with it on.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's so good.
By the
Like,
way, when the
I saw her walking around the office with it on, I was like, what the?
I'm like, what?
But anyways, yeah, really committed to the.
I actually
to it.
think
great,
the.
great caution. I got to watch that movie now.
Well, okay, so I've said this before.
Yeah,
we'll
Neil
get to
just
the
told
super
me
chat.
it's
I was just telling Sean.
messed up movie.
Midsommar is not for everybody. Trust me, it is not. It's really long. There's like think of it in 3 sections. Some people wouldn't make it to the second or third section of the movie, and it
Like
goes.
falling asleep, you mean? Or?
Yeah, it's pretty slow burn if you're into that kind of a slow thriller, and then it just at some point it just gets really up, if you know what I mean. So D-Loaf, my wife's. Oh, this is not what I thought it would say.
Don't know what you mean.
My wife saw my Visa statement and gave me ish for a $100 super chat last month. Can you guys tell Daniela if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have this money to send?
I mean, you just tell her that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so shout out D-Loaf.
Hi, Daniela.
Hi, Daniela. We want to thank you and your family.
Yeah, we thank you so
especially
much.
Mr. D-Loaf there, for the super chat. And we appreciate the fact that he's learned a lot from us.
Thank you.
And that hopefully moving forward, he can contribute more to your family.
And I will say this.
Yeah.
If you know what?
But don't super
D-Loaf,
chat anymore if you're going to get in trouble.
but
That's the
D-Loaf,
first
if
thing.
you having a partnership where you're both interested in the finances and she's keeping an eye on it, I think that's absolutely healthy. So shout out to you for having a smart wife who's looking at that kind of thing. But don't worry, D-Loaf is in the right place there, and hopefully that gives you some points that I said that. So. I don't know. What 15 minutes till the imbalances come through. Again, we appreciate all the super chats. There was a comment that I saw that I missed. And then the midsummer thing happened, and it'll come to me in a second. Shoot, because I wanted to answer a question that I saw. Now I can't find it again. Yeah, that happens.
I go the opposite way. I look at the credit card statement and be like, what the hell did we spend money on? And then I just pay it. So, but yeah, shout out to D-Loaf there and
It's the Amazon
Daniela
ones,
as well.
It's always the
I
brand of
actually don't even check the credit card statement anymore. I just automatically, I don't care anymore.
I'm a bit of a
my
stickler for that.
Yeah, I used to be, but then we have like
not.
about 1,000 transactions a month probably on the credit card, if not more, to be honest with you.
You have to.
All right, so just as every day it's $100 in groceries.
I go
much.
in and I go in
My kids
and
play
sort
sports.
by dollar values, just so and then I just.
Oh, that's not a bad
just so
idea.
I'm looking at just so you're looking at
the high
everything
ticket
above
items.
a certain amount.
Yeah.
I find it's a health look, and maybe I'm just anal about this kind of a thing.
Like I had $800 coming off today for hockey this coming summer.
But even if you
Just
know,
randomly.
But even if you know you have them, I think for everybody, you should be regularly looking at your credit card statement just to have so that you always have a very good idea of what it is. Or when you, if something could get ripped off, or just when you have like a month, it's like, oh, a little bit extra this month. Why does it matter? That kind of a thing. That's just my 2 cents. Anyways, I just think, understanding and managing your credit it's an important thing for being an adult, man. Like we're on the show. Like investing is all about money and all that stuff anyway. So, I probably just came off as being ridiculously anal, but it's one of the only things I'm a little OCD about. My roommate, by the way. If anyone that's like university age, if you have a roommate in college or university who has OCD, that can be a very good thing, especially if you're not the most organized person who likes cleaning and stuff.
Oh, well, the cleaning part.
Because, dude, Adrian...
Cleaning part in university,
that dude, bro would just be, he'd do dishes, twice a day. He's cleaning up the living room, our common space or living room, at pretty much every single day. That's his habit. I'm like, damn. I'm like, shoot, man, I was going to get to that. He's like, no, it's all fine.
Yeah.
Because he had to do it. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever.
That's what it is.
Or get a room with an engineer. We subletted to an engineer one summer. Dude fixed everything.
I was going to say, it's like anything that's in your house.
He hooked us up. So we lived in a townhouse thing, and his cousin was also going to the same university. Was 2 down from us, and when I came back in September, we were sharing cable.
Back in
we're doing it on one bill. I'm like, thanks, Joe. I didn't ask you to do it. And he also made his own beer too. He brewed his own beer. It was the best. Like this,
Sounds like that's basically perfect.
you know, Joe.
Yeah, of course. That was perfect. Bring your own beer is nice.
Dude's legit.
We like that one. What's up, CompuCare team? Blessed weekend to you and yours as well, of course, as many people excited for what's coming this weekend with Halloween. So enjoy it with everybody's, each family. Make sure that you're safe this weekend for sure, okay? So everybody, I'm just going to say, it's dark out. Kids, especially if you have kids, I don't consider those like little reflective things or whatever. Make sure you do.
We do the light up. You get these like the armbands, like you wrap them around, flashing lights, because then you can do them with the colors of the costume. So we have a bunch of them. So no matter what my daughter wears, she's got the reflectors in the color of her costume. The other thing I will say is go Blue Jays and go Rams.
Oh yeah, that's right. The survivor pool.
Yeah, we're kind of down to Sean and I are up against it in the survivor pool.
We only have 2 teams left.
2 teams left, and they're both on LA. We're going all in on the Rams versus.
We don't know who they're facing again. It's Titans, is it?
I think it's Tennessee.
Someone's facing.
Yes, of course it's the Titans.
Oh no, someone said go Chiefs. I don't have to worry. I don't even know who the Packers play this week. It's not going to matter.
That? Who said go Chiefs?
Somebody in the chat. Did they
Sports and Stonks?
Sports and Stonks. Yeah. That's going to be a great game. That's the game that I'm looking forward to.
No, but you better be from like the Kansas City area to like the Chiefs.
You better be.
You have to be. You don't tell me you're a Chiefs fan unless you grew up in the area or any of that stuff, because the Chiefs are the Chiefs. We got to hate. Go Broncos. I have nothing against the Broncos. Go Bills.
Let's go Buffalo.
The Bills are going to win. This is where we turn the ship around. Go Birds. Okay,
Eagles?
whatever. They're in the NFC, so I don't care.
Yeah, the NFC's already settled.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's it. How do I time people out?
That's a troll.
How do I
say
time
go
people
Bears
out?
too? Go Bears.
How do I time people
Go
out?
Bears.
Go Vikings? What, now you guys are going to say go Vikings now all of a sudden? Come on,
They're
man.
starting the McCarthy's back.
Yeah, Wentz. I think Wentz has a bum shoulder again.
That's what I'm talking about. KT for the win. Saying go Chiefs is like saying go refs. They tend to get a call here.
The thing is that the Chiefs are also they're starting to heat up, so it's going to be a good game.
They're very good.
It's going to be a very, very good game.
Doesn't mean I like them.
Rice back. Pacheco's out, so it doesn't matter. The running game sucks anyways. And then
I think they're going to add a running back.
Travis is getting obviously very, very old. Yeah, I think they should add.
He's washed.
You know who they're going to add?
You know who
they're going to add?
Pollard?
Yes, that's one possibility. Or Devin Achane.
Why are we cheering for Taylor Swift, people? What did she do? Please tell me what she did.
Man, I don't know
does she deserve
anybody
it?
more obsessed with Taylor Swift than Adara. Do you?
Honestly,
Maybe my
Taylor
father.
Swift.
Actually,
we didn't even mention Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift lives rent-free.
Taylor Swift lives
on the
rent-free in her head, man.
I know, but
Okay,
like every time
Andre
it
told
comes
me to
up.
look at the screen, so I'm going to put this one on Andre. Actually, shout out to Andre.
Someone's cheering it on
yeah,
there.
No, Taylor Swift, no, goodbye.
All right, so
what's crazy?
So Adara's voting or cheering for the Bills.
My daughter really doesn't like Taylor Swift as well. Like to the same degree that it is. And it
can't be the same degree.
But every time it comes up, she's like, I don't like Taylor Swift. And like, it's not coming from me. Like my wife's like, it's gotta be. I'm like, I don't sit around there hating on Taylor Swift. I don't have an opinion. I don't really listen to the music. I don't care. The most I'll say against it is just because I'm not a Chiefs fan.
It's
like,
just
I'll
pop
leave it at
music.
that.
I think that's the thing.
Okay.
I know.
We just have to.
I mean, I am the anti-hero around here, so and we do shake it off. But right now, yeah. So all right. I'm holding now 5% of each of these trades. It's just we're now minutes away from the imbalances coming through, and there it is. So Cliff is now a sell. We said it was
It's
supposed to be
even
buy.
bigger sell.
Yeah. So
this is gonna suck.
All right. So Kenview. Let's see if Kenview's doing anything. This is supposed to be a buy, of course. Take Tylenol if you want or not. But there it goes, Kenview.
I thought they reversed that.
sponsored.
So it bounced big. Didn't it bounce?
Hopefully you're not pregnant or anything when you're taking that, apparently. There goes Kenview to the downside. Kenview has actually had themselves a day, right? I mean, sorry, a day. The day's not actually that bad. Had themselves a ride here over the last couple months with, again, just that whole autism thing. And I'm not as much of a doctor as RFK is or anything like that, or Trump are, but that continues to go down. And sometimes when you get sort of the spotlight pointed at you. We're talking about Jonathan Taylor, the best running back in the NFL. That's who.
Yeah.
Right there, the
Is he
MVP,
though?
current MVP.
I don't think he's
He's the odds-on favorite.
I don't think he's the best running back in the league.
Well, no, but he's current MVP.
Yeah, I can see that because they're a good team. But I think
Blue Jays are winning. So thank you for
better
putting that there.
Jonathan.
Oh, well, maybe talent-wise. Yeah, I mean, the guy I just told you, Devin Achan. There it is right there, into $14.
That better not be true. You're making that up. Right?
What?
There's no
those
way.
are rumors. Yeah,
if the
and
Chiefs
Pollard.
get Achan, I'm going to throw up.
Yep, they are. They're supposed to get him.
I'm going to throw up. That's
What's up,
not
Fabian?
even fair.
Fabian, what do you want? Do you want to say something, Fabian? I mean, yeah. Just came in. All right. What's up, Fabian? That's Fabian, everybody. Fabian working on production and helping out, obviously, with the setup of everything
Miami
around
would be
here.
something like that too.
We have so people asking us like, is that just a picture behind us? That is a 27 by 12 screen. Okay, that we can. There we go. That's Rob and Mark.
Wasn't I just complimenting Adrian? And his dude's calling me when he knows I'm on the show.
See what he's saying?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. But I have my earbuds. I gotta
We
get.
don't have to. Don't do it then if you don't want it. It doesn't matter to me. And then
I know he's going to the game with me.
okay, he's probably he's going to the game. He's probably telling you like, yo, should I bring the beers or what's this guy saying? You know, figure it out. Saying, oh, you're answering it on your headset?
Yeah. That's what my headset.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he hung up already.
I hung up on you. Okay, well, anyway,
I took
figured
too
it out.
long to answer it, apparently.
Ooh, that's okay. He probably realized you're also
No,
on the
so
show.
yeah, I think he did. No, my roommate from university, he's our season ticket holder,
Yeah.
like partner. So
That's why I was like, get it.
He's going to the game with me today. He's probably wondering when I'm going to get there. That's or whatever. It doesn't matter.
All right, yeah, so that is a huge TV screen behind us. So we want to thank Mark, Rob, obviously all the work, Brendan, Andre's switching over there. So there's like 5 or 6 or 7 people behind the scene at least that are doing all of this work. And then we have Russell, you see running around here, helping with everything. And he's been, doing everything. We've had electricians in here. We've had plumbers in here. We had to move some pipes. There's Russell. There he is. We've had a whole bunch of different, actors in here doing everything, man, with the floor, with like I said, electricians in here to help us with the power.
Don't discount what we were doing today.
Yeah, we were lifting. We did so much.
The production.
There was. How long is that, by the way? Okay, there we go. 17 feet and about 3 feet wide, or I don't know how wide it is. 40 inches. Okay. Otherwise known as how many feet?
We had to move it from the back office, and we walked it all the way around.
3, right?
Side.
I got it. I already got it. Yeah, I already got it. I'm all over this. So that was a lot of fun there today. And we're slowly going to start moving everything back. And then we appreciate everybody's patience in all of this. We've called it Studio 8
no time
for the renovation. So, I don't know what that means. Forever baked by the screen. Yeah, it's going to be a bright one, that is for sure. But we got a lot of cool graphics. It's going to be awesome to put like different stocks back there, and then right in front of that, right there, that desk, that's also looks metal-ish. That is for protection of. That is a new desk. That's going to be more.
Oh shoot! Oh no! He saw the prices were insane.
Yeah.
And he listed, and he was like, you know what? He was convinced it was going to 7 games. So he was gonna sell.
So he's sold.
So he was gonna sell.
Oh, boo.
But then at the last minute, he decided he didn't want to. He canceled on like StubHub, but forgot to cancel on SeatGeek. And so they sold, but he wants to go now. And he's like, so he's all pissed off.
How could you go then?
Well, he's not going.
Why doesn't he just buy a general admission ticket?
I'm sure he'll try, but
you should tell that to him, because then he could come and sit with you or something, or figure that out.
Yeah, I'll message him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll come all the way down for that. If he hasn't
But
left
that's
already.
a ridiculous move. Like, he could sell, if he wants to go to the game, he could sell his tickets for
he done messed up. He messed up.
He could sell it for $6 or $7 grand or something, and then buy the general admission tickets for $2 grand.
He could have.
Make $4 grand. We can do it right now.
Yeah, but if he lives like out in Cambridge, right? So,
oh, he lives in Cambridge? It's not that far? An hour. Anyways, game's out for 5 hours, man. Anyways, okay. Well, I hope it works out for him and you there tonight. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna be there either way.
Oh no, I
doesn't matter
know,
to me.
but it doesn't matter to you. But that sucks for him.
I'm just gonna be sitting next to.
You know what? Doesn't actually suck for him.
My buddy
He
would
had
be
them
sitting
listed.
against us, whoever randoms that he sold to.
He had them listed.
Yeah, it just.
If you put your tickets up.
By the way, those guys take a rake both ways.
I know.
It's dirty. Because they'll take 10 to 15% on both sides.
I know, but think about it. You're getting like 7 times what you paid.
I'm not complaining.
Not you, but I mean, he did.
They are going for 5 to 8x.
Okay.
5 to 8.
I said 7,
depending on where you sit. No, but depending on where you sit.
Right.
Like 5 to 8 times what like cost is. So
like I paid $350 for general admission, which doesn't even have a seat. $350. I got it for all 4 of them, and I was lucky to get it. Like the lineups were 100,000 deep. for tickets on Ticketmaster. It was like it was a Taylor Swift concert. Ooh, did I just say that? Yeah, no, it was very, very popular ticket, obviously, the World Series. And then they were going for about like, so $350 was like face value from Ticketmaster, let alone, obviously you pay a lot less than that. But they were going for about, when the game I was at, like $1,300, Now today they're about $2,000, and then tomorrow's like $2,500. But hopefully they don't get into tomorrow.
Yeah. Like
That's ticket price.
No, like trust me, like it's, when you look at it, it's tempting to sell, but then
you're gonna look back.
We've been season ticket holders for 9 years, my wife and I. And the reason we got them was the day after literally the day after the bat flip game, which we were not at, and we're like, that's never happening to us again. If they make the playoffs, we'll be at any game that we want to go to because we're just diehard fans. So I never had I'm going to every playoff.
Well, you guys were smart because you bought extra tickets.
We did get a couple of extras.
Right,
we have
so
ours and we have 2 more that we can sell.
I like that, man.
Like we sold our outfield seats for a grip today. Imbalances are out. Cliff is the wrong way. Forget about it.
Yeah. Nvidia's a nice buy, so that should shoot that up a little bit right here. Apple's a nice buy as well to the upside. RKT's been a mover lately as well. I don't know why it's taking so long. That's a nice little move upside there as well. QUBT, Rigetti. I know there's been a lot of talk about Rigetti there today, up 4% as that's a little bit higher than it was. But I don't really see anything happening on Tesla. No. So I think I'm just going to get out. There it is. Bang.
Oh, shoot.
That was a great trade, man. We are going to fire off the hot dog cannon.
Oh, shoot. I took my thing out. Sorry.
Right there. Now Neil doesn't have his
my bad. I forgot that.
Right there. That's too bad about Adrian, man. He's a really good guy. But you know what? He pocketed the cash.
No, he got paid.
He chose the cash.
But he's a huge fan. I know if they win tonight, he's going to be so disappointed, but whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't put him up, right? But yeah, shout out to him. What's up, Adrian, if he remembers who I am. But yeah. Hey, man, enjoy the cash. Take the family on vacation. Honestly, that's what
that's what I'm saying.
Like, that's literally what you can do.
His girls made signs, too. Actually, it was his daughters that made signs.
He was going to bring his kids?
I don't think he was. I don't think tonight.
Oh my God!
No.
Oh, okay.
If he was bringing his daughters, there's no way he would have made that mistake.
No. Because I was gonna say, like, my kids that day, they were just so excited, and I was thinking to myself, like, man, I could just like sell these tickets, but it was $350 anyway. It doesn't matter. I just think, like, honestly, to make a couple grand, it's nice if you need the cash, but the experience is something.
No, he's kicking himself. He doesn't need the cash.
No, I don't mean that he needs it. I'm just saying in general.
He's just mad because if they lose, he's gonna kick himself big time.
So there's the one Blue Jays fan today, and then maybe the whole city that's cheering for an L. Maybe. I mean, that's a tough game to watch because, like, you want to go, but you made that mistake. Okay, well, good luck tonight, anyways. I hope they win.
Hopefully, it's like real fans sitting next to me, because the worst is.
You know what? So did he sell 1 ticket or 2?
No, because he had the pair. We had 2 and 2.
So maybe you're gonna get somebody famous there.
No.
You know.
Oh, there was a comedian we sold to once. Okay. He was some local comedian. My wife looked him up for some reason that we sold. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, I know what I'm supposed to say. What I'm supposed to say is, if you want to make enough money to be able to go to the World Series, well, then you need enough capital to make it worth it. And for a long time, risking your own money and not having enough to start was a big deal. It gave you the fear of losing and kept a lot of traders on the sideline, but that's changing. How do you like that intro? The Trade the Pool is transforming how traders access the markets. With its limited risk trading model, traders use funded capital while Trade the Pool absorbs the downside. This allows traders to focus on what truly matters: discipline, consistency, and growth. When you hit the profit target, you keep 70% of the profits, no fear, no barriers, just real opportunity. This is the revolution of limited risk trading, powered by Trade the Pool. Visit tradethepool.com or scan the QR code now to get 10% off your first evaluation.
All right, yeah, thanks for all of that. All right, so I'm kicking myself a little bit, not like your friend is, of course, but we sold about $1 ago as Tesla just continues to go higher into the close. So congratulations, props it up to anybody that had this Tesla 450.
It would be more like not having the trade at all, though.
Like we did as well. Oh, for your friend?
It's more like if he didn't have the trade than getting out too early.
Yeah, well, he got out at a nice. I mean, he got out at the maximum, probably, you know, like great hours before game time. Probably a great time to sell your tickets. But anyways, all right, I just feel bad, but you know, it's going to be,
I do too.
I think it's going to be a great opportunity to party tonight. So, all right, there goes Marvell, $94 upside. I mean, it's only been 32 years. Right there, there's VWAP, we'll see. I mean, if the Leafs, I can even imagine if I had Game 7 Leaf tickets or something like that. I don't know.
Game 7,
the
if
price,
the Leafs were in the cup?
Yeah. I don't know what would be happening.
Are you kidding me?
Those, I don't even care. You could be nosebleeds.
That would
get into that building, boy.
Trust, the Leafs in a Stanley Cup Game 7 would be the most ridiculous thing you could imagine. No, there is nothing more absurd than the Leafs drought in professional sports. Nothing.
Oh, 1967. No, there is some. There is.
Yeah, but the Leafs, like Canada,
might be something.
Hockey. This city,
yeah, what hockey means to everybody.
I mean, come on.
It'd be nuts.
Come on.
But baseball means a lot. I mean, I said this earlier in the spring. There is nothing like the Blue Jays making the playoffs. I mean, Toronto goes nuts for playoff teams. I mean, the Raptors. It's just funny now because the Raptors and Leafs kind of suck.
This is off topic, but seriously, Roland Joe, these guys are guessing my age, and so he's put 57.
3 years off. Not bad. 54.
You think I'm 57 years
54.
old? I mean, I look pretty good at 57, don't I? That's cool.
Yeah. Guys, keep super chatting our ages.
57?
Keep super chatting. 57? Neil, you don't look a day over 54. I don't know what these guys are even saying.
Y'all are killing me. You're
Crazy.
killing me.
Come on,
you're
guys.
killing me. 60. Yeah, now you're just joking around. You're joking around.
Yeah.
Just
Neil and I
very
went to
quick-
high school together, so.
Exactly. So we're the same age.
I know I look much younger than him, but.
Just last note, Cleveland Cliffs. Looks like it paired off. I don't even see it anymore. Small buy, not big enough. 1 million shares, expected 6. So that's a nothing burger. Apple and Amazon are both sells of 1 million. Nvidia, to now a sell of 1 million shares. So pretty much everything paired down from a buy to a
6,
sell
7.
to end the day. 6, 7.
You're about 67 years old.
How many times do you actually hear that a day in your household?
None. My kids are.
Oh, they don't do it?
Yeah, no, they don't do that.
They
used to. Well, actually, they never really got on board. I told you that stupid story where my baseball team was doing it all the time, and I was just like, you guys are a bunch of idiots. And then we stopped that in like the 3rd or 4th inning.
Good.
I think a lot of teachers are banning that stuff. Like, I think it's because no one, it's a Skrilla song? My kids don't even know who the hell Skrilla is, you know, and it's just, this is what happens. When you get excited
We
about
had
things.
one kid on my daughter's baseball team.
Look at Tesla.
I was coaching first. The guy gets to first base, and he starts doing like the gritty.
The gritty.
Like,
yeah, gritty is cool.
He's in fair territory. I'm like, you have to stand on the bag. They can tag you out.
Neil, it's T-ball.
No, look.
Relax. I mean,
No.
people are already thinking that you're a little bit, you know what, about your credit card thing. Now you're hating on kids doing gritty and T-ball?
He rounds and
I'm a coach doing the gritty at first base, man. I'm cheering these guys on.
You can do whatever you want after you cross home plate. I'm like, he almost got tagged out. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, you should play properly.
No, and he's also, like the game before.
I mean, these are kids.
He literally passed another runner it would have been a home run, but he didn't realize the slow guy was in front of him. The dude was a beast. Like I told the dad, I said, look, you should probably have your son go up for rep next year.
But T-ball in High Park, these kids wear full uniforms. Like it is the most serious.
Yeah.
T-ball at High Park is more serious than Little League. Like it is.
No,
and my daughter was.
It's on TV.
Yeah, exactly. My daughter was one of the umps, and yeah, man, people get mad if said calls are blown or anything like that. It is a very serious thing.
I have so much appreciation
Tesla,
for the umps, by the way, that do kids baseball.
Yeah.
Nothing but the
there's a
utmost
lot
respect.
to it. Yeah.
And if you give it to an ump, I'm gonna say something to you when I'm coaching. If the other team says something to the umpire, I'm gonna have words with you.
I mean, especially when it's a child.
You're going to talk to a 13 or 14-year-old kid when they're getting paid essentially nothing so that our kids can play, and you're going to have words with them. We have a problem, straight up.
My daughter gets $30 to $50 a game. Pretty good.
Well, that's pretty good. When we were kids, we had friends that.
And it's about yeah, but Neil, when you were a kid, like minimum wage is like $3 or $4. Like right now, this is like 18. Remember, how old are you?
Minimum wage now?
8. Is it 18 in here in Ontario? Does anybody know? We need to find young people around here. Yeah, 18, 19.
What is minimum
wage in Ontario?
In Ontario,
I think it's $18.65, something like that.
Yeah.
It's whatever I get paid.
ChatGPT is so slow recently.
It's whatever. Let me just check my
$17.60 an hour.
Yeah, that's what it is. $17.60. I get paid $1 more than that. $18.65 an hour.
30. That's pretty.
So thank you for the raise.
You get almost double minimum wage to do. Oh, it's per game. You said that.
Yeah, the game is like an hour 20.
Oh, so then it is.
Hour
It's a little better than minimum.
Yeah, but she's 10 and 11.
That's
years
great.
old.
I'm glad she's doing that. So much respect for that.
Nice.
Joe just said he held a Little Caesar sign. for 20 bucks.
Pizza. Me too, man. I worked for my dad for damn free the whole time. I was in child labor.
Gotta work.
Here. I'm gonna
You
phone
want
my
to make
dad.
that ducats?
Where are those child labor laws, anyways?
Work nights at supply chain place because overnight paid the most, and I wouldn't do nothing anyways. Load some trucks.
So we only had 5% left of Tesla, but it is going hard into the close, man. Nice move up there for Tesla. So that's
a
like
buy too.
5 or 6. So I didn't see it on the imbalance
see it.
locator. That's why I sort of got out of it. But I don't think it matters. I mean, it's just going up. Like, look at the market. We nailed Tesla, guys. Like, honestly, the market is going one way and Tesla's going completely the other way. Like, that was just oh, I better get out. I didn't realize the market's over in 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Over here. I'm just going to offer enter this out on Palantir. Right there. What? I'm at 58. I'm at 58. Can we get it before that? There it is. Yes, sir. So that was a good one there. All right. Sometimes Andre hits that, but you just did it right there. So now we have less than 10 seconds left. And thank you so much, Hedge Fund and Lloyd Mosby. Over here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. NASDAQ goes out to close the week here. Down to 26,000, up 0.4 on the NASDAQ.
Not bad.
The ES finishes the day at 0.25. I thought Joe was talking to us. He's on the phone.
Joe's on the phone too.
Joe's the one who bought those tickets, by the way, from Adrian. So, you know, congratulations,
Wouldn't that be
Joe. Joe will be sitting beside you there tonight. He, you know, just spending 10 grand on a pair of tickets there, Joe. All right. So here we go, man. Good show. It's Adara. Adara, I know. Oh my God! You don't have to do the closing show with that thing all on your head. Are you gonna do it? I have a trade the pool hat over here for you. Okay.
So much respect. I have another Jace toque if you want it. I got the one that I'm wearing. I got another one.
This is a fresh hat. Fresh hat. It's not. I don't even wear this.
It's me today.
All right, she's good to go. All right, you know what? It's been an absolutely fantastic show. Obviously, enjoy the game, man. I mean, there's a lot of people jealous that you're able to go, so enjoy it to the full extent.
I'm already nervous. I'm not.
Yeah, and if it's a game 7, I'm sure you'll be more nervous. But today, the good thing about a game 6 when you're winning, I know it's still nerve-wracking and it's not a jinx.
Yeah, but you know it's not over. It's not.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Jays are stressed. Like, they want to end this.
Of course.
Nobody wants to go to game 7. So, all right.
Except for Adrian.
Yeah, except for you. Yeah, the only guy that doesn't want to go is your buddy. Other than that, I think everybody else wants to go.
I still can't believe that happened.
I still can't believe that happened. Imagine, it's actually a good thing you didn't take the phone call because I don't know what the reaction would have been live. For that.
Okay, first of all, if I had that on speaker, Adrian has a bit of a potty mouth. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
He'd be dropping so many bombs. Let's put it easy.
But why? Like, he put the tickets for sale. I don't understand.
And I'm not sure what he thinks I can do about it. Like.
Oh, he's trying. I think he's just telling you.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
All right, we're running out of time here. I got to go home and sit on my couch and watch the game. So, all right.
And hand out candy.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. And Baxter's coming, so my son from university is coming down.
Baxter.
Yeah, he wants to say hi to the kids and see their Halloween and everything like that. So
awesome.
We've got 3 kids at our place, and my daughter's having a sleepover.
What are they dressed up as?
So my daughter's as a minion with one of her good friends, and then Barron actually found Baxter's graduation stuff. Oh, so he has the cap and the gown, and he's going to be wearing like his dress shoes and all that kind of stuff, and he has like a little fake diploma thing. So that's what he's going out as. I told him to put like some sort of makeup on. Maybe he could be like a zombie graduate or something. But anyways, I don't think he's going to do that.
Fun,
all right, man. It's been a great day. We were a hedge fund. Steve Austin's in the back. Enjoy your weekend, Joe, for sure. And shout out to Sharif and Obi and everybody that helped us on the show today, Brendan and everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for all the super chats today, everyone.
We're back. I heard, Neil, I'd like to offer you some money for your tickets.
Oh, thank you.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'll sell them for
send them over here.
400 fake
I have more money. I have more money
more?
if we have to negotiate.
You need a few more than that.
That's enough. Ciao.
See you guys.
Hello, guys. Oh, nice. I like the crown close up there. Happy Halloween to everyone from your local May Queen. Hope everyone has had a great day so far. And I'm so excited to see all of you here. Now, what I have up on my screen were some of the many, many earnings plays that we had that reported yesterday, because I think we had a busy day. Let's take a moment. It's called the market recap for a reason. We're going to step back. We're going to take a breath, and we're going to look over everything that kind of happened today. So let's start with Apple earnings. Of the 2 Mag 7 names that reported earnings last night, I would say AAPL struggled a little bit, right? Sure, they had a revenue beat. Sure, they had an EPS beat. And they also had year-over-year iPhone revenue growth. But guys, with Apple, the one thing I think I really need to remind you guys of is they missed estimates for those revenue or for those iPhone sales. They also missed estimates for China. And now we know when we think about Apple, especially as of late, they've been viewed as struggling a lot, right? And I think one of the things we really want from Apple is good sales for iPhones and good sales in China. And if they can't really give us either, that's maybe a little bit of a concern. So that's what I want to take a look at to start with AAPL. But then we had Amazon. And I have to say, Jeff Bezos and team, I mean, now it's anti-Jassy, but regardless, they had quite the earnings report to discuss here. And the biggest thing is Amazon Web Services. So this earnings preview, which again, you can always find on X at TTV Research, this was ahead of yesterday's report. And it started here as well with some data from Q2, so the previous report. As you can see with Q2, Amazon Web Services revenue barely beat estimates, $30.87 billion versus estimates of $30.8 billion. We beat by $0.07 billion. But guys, last night, A, we beat by more than that, and B, we had 20% year-over-year revenue growth for AWS, Amazon Web Services. Now, with AWS, that also is the best revenue growth there, the best pace there of that growth for AWS since 2022. So this is really significant here for AMZN. Thank you, Daniel, for the comment here. Your neck will be so sore tomorrow, but what a crown. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some type of massages, but you know what? I'm really happy that I was able to do that, and I like Halloween. I want to go all out with you guys here. Very happy to do it. So we're going to take a moment here to Hydration Nation, get some water. Everyone drink some water with me here, and write down any comments or questions you have for Steve Tileman, who I believe is joining us at 4:15 p.m. So in about 10 minutes, if you have questions for Steve, get them in the chat. If you have questions for me, also get them in the chat. If you have things that you want to cover, get them in the chat. Joseph Schmo in the chat. What's the flower head costume exactly? It's from the movie Midsummer. It's a character called the May Queen. It is quite the movie. Again, as Neil said, not really for everybody because a lot happens, but it's a fun, I think it's a good film, and if you like horror, I think it's pretty fun. But let's have those waters now. And now we have had some water, and we're going to go over to the next story. Let's talk a little bit here about these Meg 7 earnings, because we had literally 5 of the Meg 7 report. That is the vast majority. Tesla last week, Nvidia in late November, so we have a little while to breathe, and let's digest what we talked about. Again, this is what the preview that we were looking for ahead of these reports, and this is all of the company's market caps. Again, going into the reports, just to give a quick refresher, Meta, I think, was maybe the one that surprised the most. Meta, I believe, closed near day's lows below that 650 level. So that's pretty significant here with META. Not a bad report in and of itself. Revenue beat estimates. EPS would have beat estimates, but they had to recognize a nearly $16 billion tax charge for Meta that did unfortunately hurt the company a little bit. So META did end up struggling on those earnings, recovered a bit yesterday, was not able to recover today, unfortunately. So META is certainly one, I think, to watch next week. But then we had Google, which actually reported really, really well. Google certainly just searching for more upside, at least yesterday initially. Revenue and EPS beating estimates and pretty strong cloud growth. Now, I think with regards to Microsoft, we talked about AWS Cloud, we talked about Google Cloud. The issue here with Microsoft was their Azure revenue growth. So we were talking about this yesterday on the midday. What's that Azure revenue growth generally been? So the quarter before the one they reported on Wednesday, we had 39% Azure revenue growth. This quarter, we grew by 40%. So we talked about Amazon and how significant the growth rate was. The growth rate is kind of becoming a little bit more stagnant here for Microsoft, right? So I think that is certainly something to be aware of here with MSFT. That being said, like pretty much all the other Meg 7s that reported this week, save Meta, they did have a revenue and EPS beat. So that is our Meg 7 earnings wrap up. And I just saw here, guys, apparently S&P 500 logging 6th straight monthly gain. That is the first time we've had 6 straight green months since 2017. So let's give a big woo for the S&P 500 to end the month of October. Sure, Halloween is spooky, but it wasn't for these bulls apparently. And remember last year, Halloween was super, super red. To be fair, I was wearing red at the time, so if you want to make jokes about that indicator, perhaps that's fair. But I remember Halloween last year, we were down more than 2%. Halloween this year, we're actually relatively flat. So that is a pretty interesting look here. I'm going to take, again, another time to get some water. Drink that water with me, guys. It is Hydration Nation. And I want to see questions for Steve, because I want to know what you guys want to ask of him. Steve Tileman, analyst over at Trade the Pool. So other things to talk about today, let's actually get a little bit into what's going to happen next week, because we have tons of earnings next week, that is for sure, across a variety of different sectors too, right? We're going to have Pfizer in the health space on Tuesday morning, Novo Nordisk, which should be interesting with that Metsera news. They're coming in on Wednesday morning. Humana, which is a sympathy play for names like UNH, that'll be on Wednesday morning as well. Now, I'm most excited here about Wednesday after the close, so I think Thursday after the close should be pretty interesting as well. Wednesday night, we get Robinhood and AppLovin, our two recent S&P 500 additions, both with their first report since the S&P 500 edition. We have Figma with its second earnings report ever as a public company, DoorDash, Snapchat, Elf, Albemarle, Qualcomm, ARM, Lyft. So there's a lot to look at for Wednesday after the bell. Now, if you look at Thursday after the bell, I think we have a lot more retail favorites. We've got OpenDoor, DraftKings, MP Materials, Airbnb, Block or XYZ. You've got Peloton, Affirm, Take-Two Interactive, and SoundHound. All things that are super significant, I think, to be aware of. And then actually some fun names on Friday morning too. Friday morning is not always a day that is known for really good earnings opportunities, but we have Constellation Energy, CEG. This one tends to be pretty volatile. And also CGC, which is going to be a cannabis play that tends to move pretty well on these on earnings and just in general if there's any catalysts in the space. And then there's also Six Flags. FUN had some fun. I believe last week we had Travis Kelce, who is of course the fiance of Taylor Swift and a football player. He's reportedly trying to get involved here for with Jana Capital or Jana Partners there for an activist bid for Six Flags. So keep an eye on FUN, because we know sometimes if we get earnings from these companies, we get responses from these activist groups that are involved. So I think that is absolutely something to be aware of, to keep an eye on, and to look forward heading into next week. 5 minutes till Steve Talman, so please get those questions in. I'm seeing some questions about rare earths. I'm seeing some questions here about bull. Drop system, I'm already going to ask him about Hood for sure. That was already in my plans. Perhaps if we have time as well, I'll do ACHR, and I'm also planning on asking him about OpenDoor. So if that's one of your questions, be aware of that too. I want to talk here about these rare earths plays, because rare earths, if you go to the daily chart, they had quite the journey this week. You know, we had a gap down in these names because the idea was that, okay, if we get some resolution here with China and with the US, then maybe these plays aren't going to be quite as hot as they were. And so they did have a little bit of a struggle on Monday. But then, oddly enough, once we actually get the rare earths resolved, then the stocks go up. So it becomes an interesting case of sell the rumor, buy the news, which you don't always see here with stocks, which I think is pretty interesting to be aware of here with regards to the likes of CRML, MP Materials, which, as I mentioned, going to be reporting next week. A lot of these rare earths plays, I think that sell the rumor, buy the news, opposite reaction is something to absolutely be aware of. So keep an eye on these names next week, to be certain, without a doubt. Now, other than rare earths, another story that I think was really on watch this week was China. So I'll pull up PDD. I can't pull up NQ, or sorry, NYSE names for some reason here. So we'll pull up PDD and take a look at China, because China this week was also very much on watch. We had Trump finally have his long-awaited meeting with Xi, and I mean, look at this PDD chart, guys. This has been just steadily pushing higher. I think there's almost a cyclical nature to these moves in China, because I remember last year as well, we had this really nice run-up into the end of September in China, then it struggled a bit. But guys, we're like done October. It's November now, or it will be as of tomorrow. And there's a really nice look here with PDD just kind of steadily pushing to the upside still. So I think China, certainly, I would be aware of China. And I also want to let you guys know, China's earnings season is later than the American earnings season. I finished and I posted our earnings infographic for next week. Now, sometimes Alibaba confirms their earnings like a couple days before, so that could always be the case, but I didn't see any Chinese ADRs on there. So we're just going to wait a little bit to get those Chinese ADR earnings, and I think that is absolutely something to remember. If you are involved in these names, they have not reported earnings yet. And as we mentioned too with Marvell, there's a lot of names that don't report until later in the season. So sure, we get our earnings. And Harry Liu mentioning here with regards to 85% of stocks reporting so far. I'm going to save this question because I really like this question for Steve. But part of that thing that you just said, Harry Liu, that I think I really want to address is, yeah, that's wild. 85% of stocks reporting so far have already reported. That is pretty significant. But there's also a lot of names that like kind of fall outside of the season, right? You've got your Nikes, which report just before, your Marvells, your Microns. So not every name is going to have an earnings move, but if you're still looking to trade earnings sympathy in some of these names, like your Marvells, your Microns, your Broadcoms, your Nikes, etc., I think certainly it's worth remembering that you can always play sympathy plays on these as well, like Nike, for example, Dick's Sporting Goods, stuff like that. Someone's asking if we can find the weekly calendar. Absolutely you can, and I'm gonna copy paste it right now, live in the chat. And if you want to tag me for questions, I will type here as well, so you guys can see me. We're doing it live. 2 minutes till Steve Talman. I'm going to get that Zoom stream set up, and I want you guys to tell me, do you have any Halloween plans? Put it in the chat. Are you dressing up for Halloween? Are you going out for Halloween? What's the plan? And I have to also ask, did the market give you tricks or treats today? Were you happy? Or were you left a little bit disappointed by what this here market had to give you? Yeah, Jacob Savage, WBD expectations with Netflix officially entering the bidding war. I mean, we had reports of Netflix entering the bidding war earlier, so I have to be honest, I feel like it's kind of already expected. I think it'll be interesting, though, to see how this plays out, right? I want to see if other companies bid, and I think Warner Brothers, based on the fact they rejected the Paramount Skydance bid, I think they have pretty high expectations for what they want, and so I think this might take a while before we get resolution here. So I would say be very patient with regards to WBD, and if you're waiting to see what price action it discovers, I would say wait to see how this story settles out, because I don't think everything's going to be settled right away, and Warner Brothers has actually been relatively open about this, right? Like, they had a whole press release where they said out front, yeah, we're interested in bidding. We got some unsolicited bids, cough, cough, from Paramount, and, you know, we're considering this sale. But they also, I think the key point to remember is they still said, even in that announcement, that one thing they're still considering is their initial plan of the business separation. So a deal is not set in stone, but if a deal happens, I think Netflix, as mentioned there, is probably a really, really good contender. Julia's Journey Diary is asking, is my hat heavy? Kind of. I think it's less heavy and more difficult to balance on my head. So that is kind of what's happening here. But either way, I'm very, happy to be here for Halloween and having fun with all of you guys. And now we're gonna have fun with Steve Talman. Thank you very much to Steve Talman. Let's welcome him in, guys. Analyst over at Trade the Pool. I do not have the button, so we're gonna do a trader talk, imaginary sound. And thank you so much for being here with us today, Steve. Happy Halloween. How are you doing today?
Hey, Adar, happy Halloween. I love the hat.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm having a little fun over here for Halloween, October 31st. Now, I want to ask, this is a really crazy week for the market. So what names are you watching this week, and what were, in your opinion, maybe some opportunities you missed or some opportunities you really took advantage of here?
Oh, I love it. So let's see, right off the bat, I'm seeing opportunities in energy setting up for the first time in a little bit. So I'm liking Chevron here. We have some potential geopolitical news with Venezuela over the weekend that could see a spike in energy prices. If so, I'm watching XOM. I am watching offshore drilling in BORR, BORR. This one is very, very compelling to me. There was out of the money flow on 5 strike February calls. So we could be seeing a catalyst for these guys this week. Nice catch off long-term support. So I'm watching these guys for energy, as well as my darling tankers, which are finally breaking out here. Forgive the well-loved chart, but yeah, these tankers, I'm in FRO, but I love the whole sector. STNG looks great, INSW. All of these guys have huge room to move if we do get these catalysts, which may be shaping up geopolitically. So that's what's up for me next week. And let's see, should I go into trades this week too?
Yeah, sure. Go over some stuff that you traded this week. Go ahead. We want to see all of it here.
Awesome. I love it. So many things I want to talk about. So we have SoFi here. It had great earnings and broke out. What I'm seeing going on is a back test here. And so I've been getting re-involved in adding into my position off of this 20-day EMA that would tag very cleanly, and also on the reclaim of the 9-day here. So I think this one has a lot of room. I'm looking for a sweep of the range next, and then on to 34 and 36. Those are some of my favorites, but I mean, there were so many good setups this week. Adar, what were you playing?
Yeah, I mean, I think today was a lot of fun with Netflix, that kind of, with regards to that one having these reverse split news, or sorry, not reverse split, forward split news. I think that was something I was really interested in. So once it kind of got to that 1135 area, I was looking for a rejection. I played that short. That was nice. Meta shorts as well today and yesterday. So yeah, I mean, I prefer like the more expensive spready tickers. That's very much more my wheelhouse and where I like. So that's part of why I like earnings season too, is you get these opportunities to trade these types of names more frequently because they just have more catalysts. And actually, with that in mind, if I may transition a bit, I want you to go over the rest of your trades too. But with regards to these names that have splits, how do you feel about trading these after they split? What is your kind of approach to those? Or is this something that you really care about too much, I guess?
Yeah, I think there's a few plays. I think there's a few like kind of playbooks that you can go to for these split plays. In general, you're going to see. Yeah, I was going to pull up the CMG chart because this one split a long time ago, and I remembered it was a good example, but it might take me a little bit to find. Let me explain the process here, though. Essentially, we're going to see a lot of liquidity enter these names when they do actually split, and we're going to see a lot of traders starting to trade them that otherwise weren't really. It wasn't really in their price bracket, maybe for options or maybe just in size. So usually there is a lot of new traders attracted to the ticker. So you can play the short-term trade up, or you can also play the fade of that kind of initial pump there. So that's kind of what I'll be looking for. I think now didn't they announce a split as well? So this is
Service now, yes.
Sure.
Yeah. That was a 1 for 10, 1 for 5 split, I believe, for Service now. Yeah.
Awesome. Puts it in the range for me to trade options and size on. I like that when I can, size in and out.
Nice, I like that. Yeah, that seems like an interesting one too. And they had earnings earlier this week as well, so certainly an interesting time to play this too. I want to talk as well. If you have any more, do you have any more trades you want to go over that you took this week or anything like that? We definitely want to see those.
I got one more I want to put on your guys' radar because it's just looking really compelling to me. And this one, I think you guys might like it. It's a little bit different from my usual large cap trades, but this ASST has been getting a nice pop of accumulation volume here. And I like this bottoming process. It tagged into this nice long-term support. If we go to a monthly chart, we'll see this was the area where most of the volume was traded. See that volume shelf there. And now we're starting to look like we're going to reclaim this big shelf here. If we can get over this 175 area, it's looking like blue skies for a good move to 250 to 3, fill some of these gaps. So I want to put this on your radar because it's a real small cap, a real fast mover. Really risky, but it's given a good look here to me. I think it's starting to create a little cup and handle at the bottom here. So I just wanted to put that on your radar. Now we can talk about whatever you want.
No, I like that you mentioned ASST because I remember I was mentioning this one as well. I think before we brought you on last week on the market recap because we had that Mike Alfred tweet. So I think with this one as well, you have that retail interest, much like OpenDoor, much like Cypher, much like IREN, that I think is another really good way to look at this ASST. I want to ask you as well here about some names reporting next week. We've got Hood and AppLovin. These are both just added to the S&P 500. It was viewed as a long time coming for both of them. Of these two, I'm going to give, I guess, a bit of a challenge here. Which one do you like better heading into earnings?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot. Okay, AppLovin is APP. I always get that and APPS confused. They both look amazing, so I'm charting them on the fly here, and what I'm seeing is they're both setting up with these beautiful downtrend line breaks. All of the moving averages have curled under, and they're starting to cross over, starting to provide support. So that's really clean. And Hood as well, another very similar look. We've just got this flat top or falling resistance here that it keeps testing, and it looks like it's ready to start flipping. So another thing is with Hood, we saw a big move up while crypto was trading basically sideways, and that's got to be bullish, right? So they're an amazing company, a long-term hold for me, and I'm not too worried going into this earnings.
Yeah, and I think Robinhood too kind of reminds me as well. Another name in sort of a similar space here, although kind of tangential. We've got DraftKings. We know they're trying to get into the prediction markets, but they're still getting hit pretty hard in any prediction market related story and any gambling tax related story. So DraftKings, I mean, technically, obviously kind of beaten up. Do you think this one is a lost cause right now? What levels do you think it needs to be at for this to have opportunities?
I've been watching this one for a while. Some of my fundamental trader friends, they've been really wanting to get involved with this. They say it's cheap. They say it's a good company. The regulatory issues, they definitely throw a monkey wrench in this. I'm not sure where support is. We do have this weekly 200 moving average, which has been support. Past couple times it's dipped under there. So if it's going to catch, it'll be here. Otherwise, I would have to see what it does at the 50 fib. Oh, it already lost that. Yeah, so then I'd be looking for the 6.2 fib on the reverse here. So 2780 is going to be, we'll call it 30, is going to be the target if it can't hold this low. But this is not a bad place to get involved if you like the name.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for going over that one because it's one of those ones sometimes it's hard to tell, like, where can there possibly be support? Is the stock just kind of a lost cause for the time being? So I do appreciate you going over that. There is one, though, that I think has done super well as of late, and I really want to discuss heading into earnings. Palantir. Are you a big fan of Palantir? Do you have thoughts on this one going forward here, I guess, heading into earnings? And I guess this touching new all-time highs.
Crazy. So, I mean, this is one of those stocks that no matter how bad any singular weekly or daily candle may look, you can't fade this level of institutional involvement. So, this is what I would consider a unicorn. And it's funny, I actually refer to other stocks which do the same pattern where they have a base, they break out of the right side of the base, the all time highs, and they just go straight up. I refer to these stocks like this as stocks that are Palantiring. So I'm on the lookout for the next Palantir because I missed it, but I can't fade this, and it looks like it's breaking out for clear skies. This is just an amazing company, amazing stock to own.
Yeah, we have a question as well for a name reporting next week from Seth in our chat. Thank you for the $5 Canadian super chat, asking for your opinion, Steve, on OSCR heading into earnings. They report, I believe, Wednesday before the bell, or Thursday before the bell, I think.
Absolutely. So this has been an unfun name to be an investor in, but if you're a trader and you can pick your spots, there have been a lot of really good moves. As you can see, a lot of lines on this one. It hasn't been cooperating as much as I'd like. I would have liked to see it hold this area, but what we are going to be looking for, what I'm going to be looking for, is this rising weekly support here. This weekly trigger at 1725-ish is going to collide with this low, the swing low at 1740. So next week, this is going to be the area where it's going to need to hold. We are seeing some buyers, and this is basically the bottom of this low volume node. If you guys can see that area between the 1850 high volume and down here, this is kind of the area where it's going to bop around, and if it's going to reverse, it'll hold this. So, and in terms of earnings, this one is going to be volatile. It's very quite based on fundamentals, and it's also very contingent on the government basically coming in agreement and extending the ACA subsidies. So there are some moving parts here, and that it makes it a little hard to time and a little hard to predict. But with that potential catalyst and the potential earnings catalyst and it pulling back to this deep of a discount, if we pull up a monthly chart, this is still a very pretty chart, in my opinion. This is still holding its structure on a high time frame, and it's just trading back into support here. So assuming we get the catalysts, I think this is a great place to get involved. You just got to know what you're signing up for, because when it moves, it moves.
Yeah, that's not a bad monthly chart here at all, Steve. I want to ask another question here from Harry in the chat, basically saying that because we've had quite a few stocks already, of the percentage of stocks reporting earnings, they've already reported, but the breadth of the stocks driving the market is actually pretty narrow. So does that impact what sectors you're looking at with that in mind?
Well, it makes me, it definitely changes my game plan in terms of day trading and scalping. I've been finding myself gravitating more and more to the Amazons, the Netflixes. These guys are getting really good moves, and you love to see that. So when it's working and you know where all the liquidity is, you trade with the liquidity in general. In terms of what sectors I'm looking at going forward, I'm just kind of taking them on an individual basis. So if the sector is setting up and the overall indices are bullish, then I'm looking for people to take profits in the mega caps and go into some of these sectors that are setting up nicely. Hopefully we do see that, but the narrow breadth is a potential, we'll call it yellow flag. How about that? You don't really want to see it with this kind of rally, but it's not a...
Yeah, I like that way you put that. We have a super chat here from Skunk Funker, so thank you for the $5 super chat, saying Reddit swing. Reddit had earnings. This is, I guess, day one earnings for Reddit. Is this a name or a space in general with that whole social media ad type play that you're involved in or interested in here?
Not involved, definitely interested in. I was hoping for it to fall because I wanted to buy it on the gap fill. I thought that maybe I'd get a chance to get some Reddit at 160 to 175-ish. Not the case. Seems like their results were pretty good, and it still is, to me, just I can't touch it. It's just kind of chopping in a base. You can actually see I had a short idea. This was basically a market hedge idea that I was considering, that it might do a similar fractal thing and fill the gap like it did back here, down here. It didn't quite play out, but it's just in no man's land for me. So I gotta respect my system and say until it breaks out cleanly over a clean moving average over this gap, or breaks down through this daily trigger in the range or weekly trigger, just no go for me. But long term, I love the fundamentals.
Yeah, I think especially that whole ad social media type play is pretty interesting. I have one last question for you. I know hims and hers is a bit of a kind of a sore spot here. We've talked about this name with you before, but they are another name that is reporting earnings like Palantir. They're reporting on Monday night. Have you revisited this name since we last discussed it? And what are your thoughts on the technicals right now?
Well, it's funny you mentioned. I just got an alert yesterday that it hit down here, which was, I was a bull. I thought we'd get the green path. We did not, but this is acting relatively predictably so far. So what I want to watch for is the bottom volume shelf here to basically hold. And I'd really love to see this be just about the low, because I'd like to see a strong market on Monday reclaim this 200-day moving average, which is rising. It's a good sign, and we've seen it do some miraculous saves before. So if it's going to play ball, we will know in the next week here if it can close the week over this week. I'm sorry, earnings are Monday. I apologize. I thought they were a little bit later in the week. So yeah, it's going to be binary here. I actually really like the look of this because it looks scary, but it's essentially trading right down into support into a binary catalyst. So don't bet the farm on it because it's an earnings play. But I think this is has a decent chance to have been beaten down into projected good earnings, and we could see a nice pop up above 50.
Thank you for going over that one with us. Now, Steve, it is about 4:30, so we're going to have to let you go. But where can people find you if they want to know more from you? Social media, other streams, let us know.
Sure thing. So 10 minutes after this at Trade the Pool's YouTube channel, you can find me in the live tab, and I will be doing a webinar just on basically a full version of what we've just done here. So I'll be going over any charts that people want. I'll be going over my personal trades that I took this week. We had some good ones. We had some not so good ones. We'll talk about them both. If you like what I do, you can find me on Twitter at Steve Teilman, STEVETEILMANN. And check my bio, and you can find my totally free Discord, and that's where I hang out all day. So come join us.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And guys, definitely check out that Trade the Pool YouTube. Thanks again to Steve Teilman, analyst over at Trade the Pool, for being here with us. Happy Halloween, happy Friday, and happy baseball watching if you partake. Have a good night.
Thank you, Adara. You too.
Thank you. So that is our Trader Talk segment. Thanks again to Steve Teilman over at Trade the Pool. Guys, it is Friday, and it's 4:30 p.m., and it's Halloween, and it's sports. So all of that means we should probably let you guys go, but we can't let you guys go without roll call. So put your names in the chat so I can call everybody out. We'll start here. We've got Poonam, we have Armarvi, we have Marakis, Jacob with Candles, we've got David Treziak, Jay Angelo, Rookie Trader, Amarvier again. We've got Skunk Funker, One Life to Live Together, Carlos G, Dinkelberg, LB. We've got Joseph Brown, Pelican, Jacques, Death God, Rob Jenkins, Safe Names, Byron Hart, Hearst Scrambler, A Day in the Life, Tyrone Hamilton, Uplift Markets, Julia's Journey Diaries, Ronaldo. We've got Dangerous, Autumn, Muy Cansado. We have Chicago 1807, John, Pelican, Mike DeRider. We've got Grandmother's Garden, Swizzler Sniper, The Supplier's Delivery, and Sadiq Sitar, and Fifu, and Roper. We're going to stop here. Thank you guys so much for being here with us every single day. And I hope you all have a happy Halloween and a great weekend. Because, guys, guess what? We are starting the second last month of the year, month 2 of Q4 on Monday. So be with us. Be there at B Square, bright and early, 8:30 a.m. on Monday. See you guys then. Take care, guys. Have a great weekend.